everybody, welcome to Healing with Love. Thank you so much for joining me. So today I'm going to just do a fun little reading. I've been getting a lot of twin flame energy. You know, I backed away from the twin flame stuff for a while because I was feeling like a lot of misinformation was being spread, or a lot of people were misinterpreting a lot of the stuff that I was saying in regards to the twin flame journey. And then I got a message saying that doesn't matter. If a person misconstrues the message, that's their part. That's their part of the journey that they're meant to go through. And the person that's meant to receive the message without distortion will receive the message. I think that's what the energy was, you know. So the message, I asked for clear messages. So you guys know how I do my readings. One row is masculine, one row is feminine, one row is union. You can pick a row, or you can pick two rows, or you can watch the whole reading, because we all have masculine, feminine energy in us, and we all have that union energy in us. So you can be, you know, I've had this question asked a few times on my channel, in my videos, is can I be the masculine energy if I'm a female? Yes, you can. Can I be the feminine energy if I'm a male? Yes, you can. We have all the energies in us, and it's all about balance. Everything is all about balancing the left and the right hemisphere of the brain, and when we're balanced, we're in this fantastic union energy. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna do it. This is gonna be fun. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I just had a really good vibe today. I just completed a Reiki collaboration video, and it just gave me a really good vibe afterwards. So I wanted to do one of these readings. I've been getting a lot of love messages coming through, like romantic messages, romantic energy. I'm not sure what that's about yet. We will see what's coming through in the cards. So you can pick your row. Like I said, this is one big reading. So let's say you pick this row, there's still going to be messages for you and everything, because it's always connected. Everything is always connected. Okay, so here, up here, we've got the little ET. Down here, we got a little beautiful seashell from the Marshall Islands. And here we got a little gold Buddha, Christ consciousness energy. Okay, guys, so let us begin. I'm gonna just, and as always, I'm just gonna flip over all the cards, and then we're gonna get into the songs, because the songs have their own thing. Okay, and all the timestamps will be listed in the description and the comments below. So let us begin. Universe, just open us and allow us to receive messages of love, light, and truth without distortion. Just clear messages and what we need to hear today, and what is going on with the collective, Twin Flame Collective, the artists, the musicians, the healers, the intuitives, you know, what is going on? What do we need to hear? Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go, guys. Wow. You don't even want to know how wow this is. This card in particular, the 1111, if you guys watched my the reading I just did with Fanny's deck here, the mandala deck, and the 1111 card came through, and the tiki that I have that has the sun with the stars around it. It's just, this is an amazing. And then we got all of these fives, 5, 5, 5. Look at that, 14, 14, 14. This is wow. Actually, I don't want to. I'm gonna put these here like this for now. Okay, so let me just have a sip of my coconut club soda here. All right, we're gonna start with the songs, guys. And if you are not a fan of the songs, you can always skip through to your particular row. Okay, so I did 10 songs because there was a synchronicity of 10. The first song that came through was by a band called Ten Snake, off the album Glow. So the word glow has been coming through for me all week, being seen a glow around things. Maybe your third eye is awakening and you're starting to see that glow around people, around trees, the aura. Anyways, so the song was "See Right Through." I see right through you. So that could be, I mean, a couple things. So the third eye sees directly through people. I see right through you, as in you see through people's bullshit. But it's also, I see through you. Like, you are so transparent. You know, you really, there's nothing to hide. So you allow people to see through you. But I'm also seeing see through you as remote viewing, seeing through the eyes of another. A lot of spirit, in the spirit world, they see through your eyes. So I was getting that a lot. So a lot of mediumship abilities connecting to the spirit world. Okay, the next song was Miley Cyrus, "I Would Die For You." Immediately I thought of the Prince song, "I Would Die For You." Yeah, so purple, got a lot of purple in the feminine row. So and you know, it's self-explanatory. I would die for you, and that is a you know, loving somebody so deeply that you would die for them. That's unconditional love, and I'm seeing that as you know, people that die and pass away, and so we can live. You know. I would die for you. Okay, and number 3, one of my favorite songs. I just love Jeff Buckley. I'm sure everybody here already knows that. Anytime a Jeff Buckley song comes through, I get really excited. "Everybody Here Wants You" is the song, and it's off the album Sketches for My Sweetheart. And the synchronicity with that is, I was outside, and I have a little water fountain that I feed the birds with, and I was filling it up, and there was a pencil there. This is a place that there's nobody. This is rural. It's only just me around here. And there was this old pencil just in my walk path. And I immediately thought of writing. But I also thought of sketches, pencil sketches. So it's interesting that the song that came through was off the album Sketches for My Sweetheart. So I'm seeing sketches, sketching for somebody. And the song "Everybody Here Wants You." I'm not going to try to sing Jeff Buckley because it's, you know, yeah, I don't have that voice, but everybody here wants you. I know everybody here thinks he needs you. I'll be waiting right here just to show you how our love will blow it all away. You know the tears we cried are drowned in yesterday. Nothing's in our way, my love. Don't you see? Don't you see? Okay. Something about a flame. I know it says that, so definitely seeing twin flame energy. Everybody here wants you. Everybody here thinks he needs you. So, but this connection is going to show you how every relationship or everything that you ever had in the past is going to blow it all away. Like, this is like it, right? These connections, these soulmates, these, you know, these new friendships, these new relationships. It's like, now you understand what high vibrational relationships are all about. I put the songs away like I was done. Nope, keep going, Marcy. Number 4, The Weeknd. You earned it. Boy, girl, you earned it. You earned this new life, this new experience, these new soulmates, these new friendships. You earned it. You make it look like it's magic. Mm-hmm. 'Cause girl, you're worth it. 'Cause you deserve it. Worth it. Okay, you earned it. You make it look like it's magic. You make these things that you do look magic. Like, what? You know, when you go to a magic show and you see the magician do something and it's like, how did they do that? How does she or he know that? And this can be any artistic creative project as well. Have you ever, like, you know, drawn something and it's like effortless? You make it look effortless. You make it look magical. Number 5, Crowded House. Don't dream it's over. I love that. There is freedom within. There is freedom without. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Here they come, they try to build a wall between us. You know that they won't win. So there are people that don't want to see the twin flames come together, that people don't want to see soulmates come together. People come together. In this, let's take the pandemic for example. They don't want to see people coming together, because when people come together, they are awakening others. you know, it's the process, the awakening process, and a lot of the awakening process involves coming around others, coming out of that hermit phase, right? So, but they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop us from awakening. This is a part of the, I'm hearing the prophecy. Next song. Oh, I love it. Def Leppard, Photograph. I don't want to. I see your face every time I dream, wrapped up in a mystery. But all I have is a photograph. I want to touch you. So this is like just, you know, right now, all we have is a photograph, right? All we can only, you know, the social distancing, and really a lot of people are online right now, and all they have to remind them of somebody is a photograph. So, and wanting more than a photograph, wanting to reach out and touch the person. One of my favorite Def Leppard songs. That's one of my favorite Def Leppard songs, Photograph. So definitely seeing people in the dream. So I'm seeing a lot of dreaming happening, a lot of strange dreams occurring, and we're hearing words, we're hearing sounds, we're hearing smelling, seeing pictures. This lucid dreaming as well. Okay, number 7, Sade, Couldn't Love You More. I couldn't love you more. That's self-explanatory. I couldn't love you more. So, number 8, Third Eye Blind, Deep Inside of You. So this is the twin flame journey, right? Our soulmates. Everybody's deep inside of us. I'm deep inside of you. You are me. I am you. And we realize that we are one. We are all part of the whole. See how there's like 2, but they are a part of the whole. I love how, look at that, the 11, 11, 11. That's just like an amazing synchronicity right now. Anyway, and I'm also seeing Third Eye Blind. A lot of people are they still have not awoken that third eye, because, you know, a lot of fear, it involves a lot of releasing fear, being able to see things clearly. So some people are still stuck in the fear paradigm. See how like the light, and there's the illuminated side, and the people that are still stuck in the dark. And I'm not seeing it as like darkness. I'm seeing it as stuck in the dark, as that they're not able to see just yet, but they will. Okay, and number 9, Wrapped Around Your Finger by the Police. I'll be wrapped around your finger. And that immediately, you know, hypnotized by you. I have only come here seeking knowledge, things they don't teach us in college. So coming to Earth to learn, and not just from books and all that stuff and things that you learn in college, right? You know, this is like deep spiritual, esoteric knowledge, things that have not been taught, that they don't teach you in school, right? And when we're wrapped around the finger is a ring. I'm seeing a ring. I keep seeing a ring. And finally, number 10, George Michael, Don't Let the Sun Go Down. Although I search myself, it's always someone else I see. And I actually screen grabbed this because it was playing at 1:43 p.m. I can't find the romantic line, but see me once and see the way I feel. Don't discard me just because you think I mean you harm. But these cuts I have, they need love to help them heal. Healing with love. Don't let the sun go down on me. Okay, so, and I wanted to show you guys the 143 that had come through. Okay, so now we're done with the songs. Let's get into the reading. All right, so we got a lot to go through, and I'm just gonna breathe. I'm gonna not rush myself. I'm gonna just be patient. Just let what comes through, comes through. Here we go. So this is the masculine energy. The left side of the brain, logic, reason, calculations. This has got the little ET guy. Okay, so we got Iolite, vision, number 9 and number 9 here. So 99 here, almost there, I'm hearing. Sexuality, so honoring your sexuality. Crocosite, working on that root chakra and the sacral chakra. Healing. Healing the root, healing the root chakra, the sacral chakra, okay? Don't let the sun... I love this crocosite. Look at that. It's just like shards, like these red shards. Oh, it's interesting. So, let's take out So we got here a dog, close up, pleasure with a close friend. So immediately what I'm seeing with the pleasure with a close friend, the dog close up, is, you know, healing, right? Sometimes animals are healing. Animals take us out of a place of, you know, they take us out of time, is what I'm getting, like into a timeless state. When we're playing with our pets, it heals us on a deep level, right? Puts us in that childlike nature. So the sacral chakra activates the kundalini energy, invokes deep sexual and life force energy, deepens connections to sensuality, enhances tantric union, assists in expressing creativity. So I'm seeing like maybe drawing a dog or sketching a dog, because I got a vision here. So it's like the vision of a dog. So I'm seeing the vision of a dog, so maybe painting a dog or drawing a dog, but I'm seeing the close-up of the dog, and he's got this weird hair. It looks like he's wearing a wig. Anywho, okay, so we got that. So this is all about healing, so the kundalini energy, healing the kundalini energy. Yeah. Okay, and then we got iolite, great crystal. I actually have it somewhere. It's somewhere on my desk right here. Girl, you're worth it. Oh, look at that. The sexual. So these are the placeholders for these two decks. We got a dark woman, dealings in relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. So brown or darker complexion, tanner complexion. Vision. Maybe you're having visions of this woman, this tan woman. So if iolite comes to you today, your higher senses are about to become active. Your clairvoyant, psychic, and intuitive abilities are your birthright. At a certain time in everybody's life, a doorway opens with their development, where their development is most possible. For you, that time is now. Iolite also comes into people's lives to help in the realization and to herald the arrival of a vision you have held within you and worked towards for some time. If at this time you have begun a new venture or activated a different path or vision, iolite is a good sign that your path is clear. Remember that although to have a goal is crucial to happiness, if one spends a lifetime desiring something, that may never be here for long enough to know if they have it. So, and I'm seeing like vision, like the law of attraction. If you already envisioned it, it's already there, then it's there. It is there. But I'm definitely seeing manifestation, a lot of kundalini energy, a lot of manifestation, visualization. I'm seeing like sacred sexuality, tantra, when we use, I'm hearing sex magic, when we use our sexual energy to manifest, to visualize. So definitely seeing that. Okay. And the number 9 is all about completions of a cycle. So the completion of a cycle is also about humanitarianism, but it's also very intuitive. So definitely seeing a lot of intuition. Kundalini awakening, like the third eye opening. Visions of a dog and a woman. A tan woman and a dog. Fantasizing about a tan woman, maybe who has a dog. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Well, it's not weird. It's not weird. Everybody's got a dog or a cat. All right, here we go. I love this medicine guardian. He reminds me of Raphael, Archangel Raphael. He's got the, once again, okay, yeah, this is a synchronicity right here. We were talking about Kundalini energy, and here it is again with the caduceus on his serpent. So I'm definitely seeing a lot of sexual healing. I'm hearing the Marty Van Gay song. All this green chakra, heart chakra healing. Be open to healing information. So that also involves like being open to healing information that is holistic, not just from doctors. So holistic medicine, maybe herbs and spices and essential oils and Reiki and, you know, alternative medicine. I'm hearing. I'm also hearing like ayahuasca combo, Mother Earth medicine as well. Okay. Oh wait, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be, no, yeah, I am going this way. Okay. Sorry guys, I just confused myself. Okay. Because I was going to eventually go this way, but now I'm going this way because I forgot that it's this reading. Okay, so Medicine Guardian. His little, see, I'm seeing, like, you know, when you're making something, like smashing things down and making a tonic or making some sort of something. So I'm also seeing healing anger things. Lightning. I'm seeing like lightning, like Reiki, like electric hands, lightning coming off fingertips. Seeing lightning. So listen to what is coming up within you and what is being shared with you by trustworthy others in your life. Pay attention to healing information. So pay attention to stuff that's coming to you that feels inspired, insightful, and warm. So your angels are here to remind you that your natural state is one of wholeness and that you are on the road to revealing that wholeness once more. So this heals emotions, spiritually and physically. Awesome. Okay. Don't let the sun go down on me. Hibiscus, number 7. Okay, so I'm seeing number 7 as introspection, spirituality, right? Truth, the truth seeker, seeking knowledge. Reminds me of that Police song. I have only come here seeking knowledge. And hibiscus. One of my favorite flowers is the hibiscus. I just love the hibiscus. It reminds me of Hawaii. Always gets me excited. So, oh, look at that. Wishes coming true. There's a wishing well. So maybe some healing going on in the family. Some family healing. The hibiscus, along with being an amazingly beautiful flower, has incredible cleansing properties. If you just picked this card or are attracted to it, you probably should consider offering a good detox to your body and life. Start by focusing on the thoughts, foods, habits, and people who make you feel good, happy, and healthy. Drink herbal infusions to flush the accumulated parts of you that you no longer need physically, but also mentally and materially. You need renewal. Throw away all the useless stuff. This fresh start will empower your entire being to welcome health and wealth more naturally and overcome the obstacles more easily. Oh my God, and here's the medicine. So these go together. This is talking about using holistic healing, detox teas maybe, using herbs and spices that will help the detox process. I'm seeing a lot of like lemon. Lemon is a great detoxifier. And a wishing well. So lots of water, drinking lots of water, really cleansing out the body. Gosh, these cards are so gorgeous. I can't even. So pretty. Look at that beautiful, vibrant red passion. Wishing well. Making a wish. Make a wish. And I love that the wishing well came through with the 1111 card. This is one big reading, so it's all gonna come together like this. Okay. Next. Okay, if you watched my last reading, you will remember that this polarity card came through with, I think it was the second wave of 2020. That's the reading that I'm talking about. But this came through as a vampire bite. But feeling drained, right? Whenever I think of vampires, I think of feeling drained of your blood type of energy. So maybe like detoxifying the blood. I'm hearing the stone shungite and bloodstone. So purifying the blood. If you've been having a lot of sugar lately, maybe do a little sugar detox. Okay, and I love that these all came through together. If you look closely, this is the polarity, the shadow and the light. Look at that. Amazing. So and it's the number 2. So partnerships coming together, co-creating with others. Okay? And look at that horseshoe. Family wishes coming true. Horseshoe with good luck. If you watched this particular reading, a horseshoe came through there too. If you watched my last, the follow-up to the 2020, the synchronicity story, the horseshoe came through there. I'm hearing the song Tennessee by Arrested Development. I keep hearing Tennessee. Horseshoe, a game of horseshoes. And look at a hibiscus. A different color hibiscus, but a hibiscus nonetheless. So we got 2 hibiscus flowers. I'm also hearing hibiscus water, hibiscus tea. Hibiscus. I'm gonna put those up like that. So, look in the mirror. Who faces you on the other side? OMG, so the song, don't let the sun come down. Although I search myself, it's always someone else I see. So, like, the mirror, the other side. So, loom of reality, sacred twins, cooperation, relationship, polarity of male and female, duality. Wow. Masculine and feminine, right? 2 is the ray of polarity, the sacred twins. Look at all the twin flame cards. Right there. Smoky mirror and the clear reflection, all things in relationship. Polarity is the loom on which reality is strung, the magnetic dance of universal forces. Within the mirror of polarity, you will find the many faces of illusion, as well as ultimate freedom from illusion. Polarity reveals your conflicts, struggles, and the apparent separation created by your beliefs in duality. So good, bad, evil, etc. Discover the loom of reality that is intricately woven in the relationship. Utilize the teachings that are held in the number 2. Polarized positions actually work in cooperative alliance. In cooperation, all polarities serve as backgrounds for full appreciation of one another and the whole. See the whole. Also examine the polarity of male and female within yourself. Explore your divine feminine and masculine aspects. Look for the gifts within your relationships. Investigate the polarities within them and explore the natural lines of force and growth they create. Remember, polarity is the pulse of the universal source. Wow. Wow, guys. Okay. Knock, knock. Opportunity is knocking. So look at that. Wishes coming true. Good luck. Knock, knock. Abundance. A whole lot of good stuff is coming to the mass. Okay, guys, I'm back. So what happened is my phone overheated. So it was about 105 outside and probably about 110 in here. So my phone just completely kaput. The interesting synchronicity was it overheated at 2:22 p.m. So 222, which is interesting. In the Mayan section, we got a lot of 2-2. We got the shadow and so the 2 sides and 2. So I'm seeing it as the polarity. I'm also seeing it as patience. So patience, and I'm seeing it as peace, love, and harmony. Co-creating with others, coming together with others, right? And that was interesting. I was talking about the awakening process, and sometimes it takes 2 people coming together, you know, whether it's through a handshake or a hug, to kind of transfer that energy. If you're in a room with, 100 people, and one of those 100 people is going through a spiritual awakening, that one person is going to awaken some of those people that are on the verge of awakening, like lighting a match, right? So coming together is still imperative right now, even though we're told that we're not supposed to be coming together. Anyway, so I'm gonna continue. I just thought, and the reading's probably gonna go in a different direction than it was going yesterday. I'm feeling a different energy than I was yesterday, so I'm just gonna continue. Okay, so immediately we got, look at over here, we got 555. So we had 222 yesterday and 555. So I'm seeing transformation. I'm seeing freedom. I'm seeing adventure, right? Magic with the K, which it was very interesting because I was seeing kind of this magic happening here with the mortar. It almost looks like it could be a mortar where he's, mixing herbs, or it could be a singing bowl. So definitely seeing alternative sound therapy as well. So, crystal singing bowls, etc. Okay, so knock knock. So once again, we got the 14 here. 1 is all about, leadership, independence, and new beginnings. And 4 is about building a solid foundation for the future. So I'm seeing both of them coming together to create, to transform. So something transformative, something new, building a solid foundation based on your leadership abilities to lead the way. That'll lead to the freedom, right? And then we got 5, 5 again here. So we got 5, 5, 5, 5. We've got a lot of 5 here. So knock, knock. Who's there? Like a joke. So, like comedy. Hard work, hard work. There's the table, right? Knock, knock on a table. You know, like when somebody is saying, you know, knock on wood. Knock on wood. I'm hearing knock on wood. And it's like this very old antique table. It's very beautiful. It's got I'm feeling a very like ancient energy with it. Like a antique-y energy. No, you aren't hearing things. The universe is sending signs, guidance, divine messengers, probably even neon billboards. Couldn't be a better time to answer the door and see who's come a-knockin'. So this is an interesting thing. Somebody had just posted, whoops, let me see, number 14. Somebody had just posted something about the universe sends me signs left and right, and I'll still ask for another sign to confirm those other signs. That's the root chakra. That's not trusting the signs that are coming through. So I was seeing the root chakra in the beginning. I'm seeing the root and the third eye, working on the root and the third eye. You see how they're the indigo color? Definitely seeing a lot of root. Trusting your intuition, trusting the signs that are coming through, not second guessing yourself, right? And look, I was talking about 4 being about stability, building a solid foundation, and there's the table with the 4 legs and a stable, solid foundation, right? It's very sturdy. You can put anything on that table and it'll hold. You can put a lot of weight on that table. It's gonna hold. And here's noon. I'm not gonna get to there. We still got one. We still got the adventure card here. So definitely looking at communication here. So we got the blue, which is all about communication, which is also about serenity and tranquility. I'm seeing water. So like a water adventure. I'm seeing a water adventure. I'm seeing an opportunity for a new adventure. So having the, you know, you have a lot of luck on your side. And it's not like luck, like, you know, luck with somebody to somebody would be random, but it's not. That is the vibratory frequency. When a person is vibing high, I guess you could say they're lucky because a lot of things come to them. It's like they attract a lot of good things. So definitely seeing this blue as a throat chakra, communication. So maybe it's time to communicate your truth. We've got the 17 over here. And we got 12 over here. So 3, yeah, communication, communicating your truth. I'm seeing Greece as well with the Pallas Athena. So yeah, we got 555 here. That's, you know, transformation, change. So I'm seeing a lot of magic happening. I keep repeating that. I don't know why I keep repeating that. Oh my God, and look at noon. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. There's 2 on each side. So the mirror reflection, you're seeing that mirror reflection in another. You're seeing that, like, I am you, you are me, reflection in another. That's, you're seeing that. See, because we got the woman and her dog, right? I don't know why I just was guided to show that, but so here we've got yellow. So we got the solar plexus, and we've got this, like, I would say it's a magenta or like a red. If it's magenta, I would say that's your communication with spirit. So having the signs and synchronicities from spirit. And yellow is about being joyful, but it's also your power center. So balancing your solar plexus, your willpower. Okay, I'm actually going to read noon, but I'm, you know, just in pronunciation of English word, nun, spirituality. Sister, soul sister. Connecting with your soul sisters. Whether this is the masculine, as in a male or a female, or non-binary, this is connecting with your soul sisters, the feminine aspect. So, and something about June. Look at that. Lots of, she's giving a lot. She's giving a lot. If you look at it, her hands are out. open palm out, ready to receive and give. Give, receive, receive, give. And I love it. Look at the little flowers, and look at, there's a big flower there too. So definitely seeing flowers, and look at more. There's like little flowers on the trees here. I literally just posted, if you guys watch my Instagram, I posted an image very similar to this yesterday. Love it. So the flowers, look at, and there's a hibiscus in there as well. Wow, that's pretty cool. Because there's a hibiscus here, and there's a lot of hibiscus flowers. See in Hawaii, water adventure. Okay, noon. And I'm going to take my time with this. Usually I'm concerned about the time, like how long my video is, and I'm guided to just not care about that today, okay? So just enjoy with me. So, Nun. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, perfect in his generations. Noah walked with God. Genesis 6:9. 10 generations existed between Adam and Eve and Noah. Yet by the time his story begins to be told in the Bible, society hasn't advanced very far. The world has quickly evolved into a sorry state of affairs, as people are known for stealing, cheating, being violent, and sexually immoral. But Noah was righteous, so when God decided that the entire world needed to be destroyed through an enormous flood and then recreated all over again, he saved only Noah and his family. Much has been said about the qualification in his generations. Some say that it means Noah was the only truly good person in all 10 generations of existence. Others say that it's less positive. Noah may have been good compared to all the neighbors, but put him in a different time and place, and he wouldn't have been described in the same way. One interpretation makes the comparison of a silver coin amid a pot of copper coins. Compared to the copper coins, the silver shines. But put the silver next to a gold coin, and there's no mistaking which one is more valuable. Noah differs from other great figures in biblical history in what he doesn't question or argue with God. When God comes to him and says that he intends to destroy the whole evil world, but will save him and his family through the ark, Noah doesn't ask why, nor does he try to change God's mind or stop the destruction from happening. Instead, he takes down the exact measurements and instructions on how to build the ark and how many animals to take with him, and he prepares himself to do as he's told. In contrast, years later, Abraham will be told that the city of Sodom will be destroyed because of the immorality that existed there, and he'll bargain with God, trying to at least save a few good people who lived among the bad. Noah's silence here is just as controversial as his description of being righteous in his generations. On the one hand, he's obedient, full of faith, and in the will of God. On the other hand, he doesn't exert the human will in the human will. There's that yellow. He doesn't exude the human will to negotiate, interpret, and speak for oneself, with which he has endowed at birth. And this is a disappointment. So advocating for others, advocating for what's right? His fear of God didn't allow him to speak up. He didn't want to talk back to God, in a sense, right? And this is not religious. We're taking the story and we're translating it into modern days. It's always difficult to know when to be strong and silent and when to get up and fight for your case, especially when the situation calls for one and not the other. Whether or not Noah approached his circumstances correctly is not the issue. The important thing to know is that he walked with God. He lived his life with a sense of purpose, knowing that there was a higher force guiding his life. This was what separated him from the rest of his society, making him worthy of the ark and being the father of new generations, the new beginning for the world. Once the flood abated and the world began to function again, God made a covenant with Noah. He sent a rainbow in the sky and promised to never destroy the world at such a total capacity ever again. In turn, he established what we know as the Noahide laws, the 7 guidelines for moral behavior that came long before the 10 Commandments. These laws: do not murder, do not commit idolatry, do not steal, do not commit incest, do not cut meat from a living animal, do not be blasphemous, and do not bear false witness in court, apply to all humanity regardless of age, race, or religion. The fact that our basic laws of moral behavior are named after Noah tells us something very important. Being righteous, even if there will be others in future generations who will far exceed our righteousness, is worthy of creating a whole new world. So you're seeing the debauchery and the things that are happening in the world right now, and it's not for you to focus on. It's just continue focusing on your journey, on your spiritual path, on your, what you would consider your own righteousness, but don't be self-righteous. You know what I'm saying? Like, your own morals, your own moral code. Sometimes we feel like we feel pressured into things that we're not comfortable with ourselves, and some people would say, oh, because your chakras aren't lit up, that you, no, it's because you have your own moral compass, your own North Star that tells you what you're comfortable with. And yeah, it's okay to be out of your comfort zone if that's a path you want to take. I don't know why this is coming up. I'm just gonna keep reading, and I'm gonna keep channeling what comes through, and if it makes sense to somebody, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So anywho, the Noon card comes to reach us. The Noon. How do you pronounce that? Nun or Noon? Doesn't say. Anyway, Nun. I'm going to call it the Nun card. The Nun card comes to teach us spiritual theory of relativity. Everything is relative. Yes, everything's connected. We see things one way based on our life experiences, but others with their different experience see the opposite point of view. Right and wrong are subjective. There's the polarity. Oh my God, these two are the exact same card. Subjective categories that change all the time. Although we cannot stand for injustice, we must all strive to maintain the most basic principles of morality and fairness. We cannot entirely judge others according to our own standards. Noah wasn't perfect. We're not perfect, and the world we live in isn't perfect. This card asks that you accept yourself and then look for ways to improve your behavior. Accept the world, but don't sit by and wait for it to fall apart when you can be active and help make it a better place. So, yeah, don't sit by and wait for the world to fall apart. You know, try to make a change if you can. You know, whether this is just sharing knowledge or, you know, signing a petition. Any little stone that you throw in the water is going to create a ripple. A blind man can't be expected to paint landscapes of a world he's never seen. So know that you can only judge yourself according to your own abilities and circumstances. OMG. Yeah, so let's take the third eye, for example. If a person's third eye isn't open, they don't see what a person with a open third eye sees, right? So they might be skeptical of that person because, well, I don't see that. Well, I don't see auras. Well, let's take a person who is deaf or blind. Just because they can't see that something's not there doesn't mean it's not there. Just because they can't hear it doesn't mean that it's not there, right? So don't question your abilities because another person can't see what you're seeing. Stay true to your own moral compass, your own moral guidelines, and everything will be just fine. I love that. I really, really enjoyed that card. I haven't brought these cards out in years. I think I maybe used them maybe once or twice before. Because I just didn't like the religious connotation, but I think just when we look beyond religion to the actual moral of the story, it resonates with the times that are happening right now, right? It's almost like history is repeating and it's up to us to change it. Okay, and then we're going to move to Payas Athena. This one comes out a lot. If you guys have watched my videos before, you guys have seen this card come out a couple times. So there's definitely some ancient Greek, I'm hearing mythology. So the song that came through by Beach House was called Myth, so mythology. Wait a minute, was that the last reading? I think that was the last reading. Okay, if you watched my last reading, the one that I did with these cards, my first one, there was a song by Beach House called Myth. And I talked about mythology. And there's a great mythologist, a very world-renowned mythologist. He's very well-respected. He's a historian and a mythologist. His name is Michael Sarian. He has a book called something about genetic manipulation, alien visitation, and mythology. It's a book about mythology. I'll put the link in the description. And it's an amazing book. And it talks about myths and their creation. And many myths are based on truths. And the truth has been distorted. Like telephone, like a game of telephone. The truth has been distorted through ages. But many myths are based on truth, like the centaur. You would think the mermaid, right? And this is talking about the genetic manipulation that had occurred many, many years ago by aliens, which I don't think it's aliens. I just think a far advanced us, future. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyway, I just needed to throw that in. Pallas Athenas. Pallas Athenas is known as the goddess of truth and wisdom. She is lord of karma for the fourth ray and holds the sword of truth to show humanity the way. Although she wields her sword for the highest ideals and divine truth, she prefers to use wisdom to settle disputes. Yeah, your guidance is to follow her example. See the higher perspective in all areas of conflict. Draw on your abundance of wisdom and tact to communicate with everyone concerned, and use the sword of truth to point the divine way forward. I use the sword of truth to lead the way. And that was interesting that that came through with this truth. And it was talking about do not bear false witness. This can be in literal terms if you're in court and you are giving a false testimony. Or this could be on earth if you're bearing a false witness to something, that's happening. The truth is always going to be shown in the light. So it cannot be hidden. When a person has awakened and they are light, their light shines on the truth. That's why one of the songs that came through number 1 was by Ten Snake. Of course, I think of Ten Snake, I think of the Kundalini. See right through you. And a person can see right through a person who is being false. So, anywho. Okay, every card has its own little connection to the last card, but interesting. Okay, so we're going to move on to abundance. Here we go, and look at that. There's the eye. Big blue eye. She's got eyes of the bluest skies. Reminds me of my little pup and her little blue eyes. But look at so we're seeing the eye. I want to make sure that it's frame here. We're seeing the eye, right? And I'm looking at this as the pineal gland. And so the cone, if you look at the pineal, pine is cone, because a cone shoots out of the third eye. That's how it sees things. So I'm seeing this as the opening of the third eye, being able to see. A lot of people had an awakening around the Lion's Gate. A lot of awakenings happen during the Lion's Gate. A lot of truth is revealed during the Lion's Gate. My apologies. I got a phone call that came through, so my thing shut off. Okay, so I was talking about the eye. So, the eye, the third eye, when we're doing visualization, or we're trying to communicate telepathically or remote viewing, there's a cone that comes out of the third eye. And I kind of when I do telepathy or remote viewing, I kind of ask that information to come through the cone. So I send it through the cone, and the cone hits all dimensions of time and space where it needs to go. But I'm also seeing this blue, once again, the throat chakra, communication. So communicating what you're seeing. A lot of people see, but they don't communicate because they're afraid that somebody is gonna, judge them, right? So, but also don't be afraid of what you're seeing either. So definitely seeing a lot of crown chakra, a lot of unity. We've got the 2 here, so 2 becoming 1. And we got, it almost looks like a computer going through a portal, the eye going through a portal. But it's abundance, yay! Everybody wants abundance. And abundance can be anything. It can be abundance of soulmates, an abundance of, things, abundance of, I always see it as a positive. So good things, an abundance of good things. And look at that, bear with me, a little bear coming through. So danger, especially in money matters. So if you're having money coming through, be very mindful of where you spend it, who you share it with, who you tell, etc. But bear with me, I'm hearing. Bear with me. Patience. So definitely seeing a lot of patience going on here. The masculine is being very patient. He's hasn't communicated yet because he's being very patient. So abundance. Everything we need in our lives is here on earth and has been created for us in abundance. Most of us are afraid to accept this. Fear, prejudice, and lack of confidence keeps us from seeing and experiencing this. The energy of abundance helps you recognize that you already have everything you need to fulfill your dreams and live your life with passion, no matter how ambitious you are. Oh my God. And so this talks about passion, and here's the passion card down here in the unity energy. Amazing. And more passion here as well. So we got 3 passion cards in a row. So definitely following your passion. What are you passionate about? Are you passionate about medicine? Are you passionate about your kundalini, your spiritual awakening? Are you passionate about adventures? Because we got a lot of 5 here. Are you passionate about transformation and changing yourself? Are you passionate about magic? Are you passionate about this, the third eye? What are you passionate about? And I love it. So when I look at it in black and white, it almost looks like an Egyptian, like a necklace. An Egyptian necklace. You know how they got it looks really cool. Page 78. Awesome. Okay, so that's lovely. Love seeing it from a different perspective. Even like that, it looks like an egg. And now it's like a cross. Okay, and then finally, I'm gonna leave. Actually, I want to see it like this. Oh, I love it. So if you guys saw my Instagram, on my personal profile, I posted a tree. 2 people in a tree, 2 becoming one, 2 connected with the tree. The masculine and the feminine energy coming together as one. Look at how the trees are coming together. He's behind her. Love it. And it says, wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Okay, I think this has a lot to do with the abundance. Maybe there was a business opportunity, because I'm seeing opportunity knocking right here. So maybe there was a business opportunity that you were wanting to do. So it wants you to wait and be patient. And if it's meant for you, you will receive the signs, right? But so far we have 2 good signs here. We got good luck, and we've got the wishing well, family wishes coming true. So seeing lots of good stuff here. Table June. Okay. Actually, I want to leave it on the little tree. So, and I'm hearing love is worth waiting for as well. Love is worth waiting for, right? A lot of times on this twin flame journey, a lot of people will just stay single because they want to wait for their twin flame. And a lot of times they miss out on a lot of great people, a lot of soulmates, a lot of, connections, because they want to wait for this. And not everybody is going to unite with their twin flame in this world. Not everybody came with their twin flame in this world. We have many dimensions of time and space, right? We separate and go our own ways. Sometimes we come together, sometimes we don't. So a lot of people suffer because they wait for the twin flame. And this journey is not about suffering. So think about that when you are pining for the twin flame type of relationship, right? Okay, moving on to Soup Bright. We're going to move on to the feminine energy now. Got this beautiful seashell. It was gifted to me by my friend Nick in the Marshall Islands. Thanks, Nick. So, here we go. We got Souprite and green calcite, letting go and rites of passage. OMG. Okay, guys. Very interesting. Green calcite, anytime I see it, it's letting go heart stuff, letting go of people, places, things, and rites of passage. So in the Egyptian times, you got to let go of things to ascend. So for the crown chakra to open, you got to let go of attachments to people, places, and things, things that no longer serve you. If you're holding on to things that do not serve your highest good, that's a form of lacking self-love. But we got 5 here. Look at that, 5-5. So it's mirroring the masculines here with the 5-5, which that's all about transformation. Look at, we got 5 here too. Look at that, 14, 14, 14, 5. Wow. Wowza, guys. Wowza. Okay, so let's start with green calcite, letting go. Green calcite. Marriage. Look at that. So rite of passage, a marriage. Whoa. And it's got roses and rings. I have been seeing rings, and there's the roses. So anytime I see roses, I think of the twin flame journey. I always say, no matter what dimension you are, if you receive a rose or you see a rose or you get a lot of rose signs, that is a sign from your twin flame that they're by your side, watching you. Okay, so letting go. And did I see what iolite? I want to see what the animal for iolite was for the masculine energy. Sorry guys, I'm going back and forth. So that's the owl. OMG. Okay, we got owl up there. And lemongrass. Okay. Making a note of that. And this is dragonfly. So we got the owl and the dragonfly. Wow. 2 winged creatures. Very wise. The dragonfly is all about connecting to the afterlife. So definitely seeing the mediumship abilities. So the masculines' mediumship abilities are opening up, and the feminines are already open. She's already connected to the spirit world. So, anyhow, green calcite. Time to cut ties and release yourself forward. Every day in life is a challenge of integration and growth. That which is not recognized is left awaiting our return to deliver its important lessons and messages. Remember, all in our world is valid and has purpose. The time has come to heal and forgive yourself into wholeness, where you can see the totality of you and your creations. Green calcite calls forward the parts left behind in moments where we feared or allowed unrealized power, love, wisdom to direct us. From that moment forward, your life has not been your own, tainted by the influence of another person, job, place, or circumstance. Letting go is not the loss of anything. In truth, it's the rediscovery of you and your path in the world, untainted and whole. Forgive, love, and heal. When the mind perceives the end, the spirit is just the beginning. Journey on. Okay, I got chills. I did a video. I don't remember if it was Reiki for. I don't remember what I called it, but it's a Reiki that calls all your lost parts. So like defragmented parts, fragmented parts, it brings them all back together. All the parts that we've lost and we've left behind in traumatic experiences and all these things, and it almost calls them back like a magnet, like whoop. I'll link it in the description below. So it's all about letting go, detachment, freedom. Yes, freedom with the number 5. New territory to be approached without fear. Yes, this rite of passage requires you to be fearless. Mental healing, the green ray presence, so letting go of anger and healing of the bones. Okay, and it's a powerful manifestation crystal in Atlantis. It holds the vibration of Lady Kuan Yin. So, and Lady Pallas Athena. Oh my God. Look at that, guys. So this represents Pallas Athena, and here's Pallas Athena again. And so she's definitely coming through. Okay, so that was beautiful. So now we're going to talk about Suprite. And immediately, what I'm seeing about Suprite, so I love also that this is a lime color. So definitely seeing the solar plexus and the heart chakra, healing the solar plexus and the heart chakra for the feminine here. And here, also the third eye. Healing the third eye. And I love that. So tracking down your fears in order to go through this rite of passage. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so immediately when I hear rites of passage, I think of the Egyptian rites of passage. In Egypt, I've said this story many times, but this is for those that have never heard it. In Egyptian times, they would have a rites of passage for the initiates, for those that were in the mystery schools that were looking for the higher knowledge, higher wisdom. And you had to be fearless in order to receive that wisdom. In order to be worthy of that, you needed to be fearless. And so what they would do is they had these caverns and canals. If you have studied the Egyptian pyramids, there's some rooms that just have caverns that go up and down, and they would fill these caverns with water, and they would put crocodiles in the water, and on this side would be Isis or whatever goddess would be on this side, or whoever the master teacher was on this side. And then we'd have the student who was going through his rite of passage on this side. And they had to swim through to the other side with those crocodiles in there. Now, some of these, I'd say about 90% of these people, I'm just guessing, there's no real number here, I'm guessing about 90% of the people would not swim through that pit of crocodiles to get to the other side. You had to go swim all the way underneath, all the way under, back up, and to the other side. So most of the people wouldn't do it. They were scared. They were afraid. But those that were fearless, that knew that they would not be put in a situation that would harm them, the master teacher wouldn't put them in a situation that would purposely harm them. So they would go through and they get to the other side. What the students didn't know is that the teachers already fed the crocodiles. So they were not hungry. So they weren't going to touch them. But most of them didn't. So it was about having faith that you were taken care of, that you would not be put in a situation that you could not handle, that you would be put purposely in harm's way. So that was the rite of passage. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Suprite. I don't know if you say it, if it's called Cuprite or Suprite. I don't know. Anyways, I love it. Victory. So you will have a victory in this rite of passage. I'm seeing you've gone through the rite of passage. You are there. Suprite, Cuprite, Suprite. I don't know. Is the feminine aspect of crystal hematite. So this is the feminine aspect. So definitely seeing the twin flame energy again. Transformation on a very deep level. So I was talking about the deep and then swimming deep down and going up and then coming up. So this supports exploring the shadow self and healing deep issues. Provides access to sacred ancient knowledge of the feminine. And I'm guided to bring Emerald out. Supports and holds you as you enter into the void. Supports you to feel like you belong here on Earth. So maybe a lot of people, especially people that consider themselves star seeds or resonate with the star seed, they don't feel at home. They feel, I think it's called Hyreth, and it's that longing for home when you don't even know where home is, but that homesickness, right? A lot of them don't feel at home on Earth, and that's because they're not grounded. And it's imperative to ground yourself in nature, to feel that connection with your planet and with your home, because you are from Earth. Though your spirit has lived lifetimes in the stars and everywhere, you are everything and everyone. So that disconnection is just, you're disconnected from an aspect of yourself. So, and then we got the V. Look at that V. It almost looks like a ramp. Like, whoo, he's gonna fly off of there. But I was guided to put Emerald here. We got the marriage, victory in a marriage? I don't know. Entry into a powerful time, rite of passage. So, it's time to receive energetically all the fruits and gifts of your labor. Wow. Yeah, victory. And a lot of tribes throughout history, they understood the importance of these rites of passage, and they facilitated many ceremonies and rituals for these special times. So, in this honoring and recognition of the soul, you receive a deep knowing, respect, and love of self. These rites are a very important process of the soul's journey and can assist you greatly in your life. I love that. Self-awareness, deeper understanding, diving deep. Sometimes you can have feelings of mixed emotions, fear, confusion. That's what I was talking about, the signs of the masculine energy, not trusting the signs that they're receiving, confusion. Follow the signs. The signs do not appear for nothing. And I think maybe sometimes we feel that that's out of reach. I know that I get the Hawaii message a lot. I still feel it's out of reach. I don't know anybody in Hawaii. I don't know how I would fare in Hawaii. So maybe it is a little bit of fear that keeps me. Maybe, I'll regret going, etc. So sometimes those fears stop us from moving forward, and they keep us stuck in a limbo state, right? So step lightly and stay open as you transform through this potent time. So definitely seeing transformation, the heart chakra opening up, understanding the shadow self, seeing the shadow of the earth. When my third eye opened, I saw the shadows. I saw the depth of the darkest here on earth. And it was a scary experience. But I knew that it was something I needed to see. It was the veil being lifted and seeing the truth. Like, oh, okay. Well, let me close that curtain. I don't want to see that. Thanks. But yeah, rite of passage. Beautiful. Okay, so, and definitely seen marriage here. Look at this. Doesn't have no other explanation. So rings, I'm seeing, there's 1, 2, 3 rings here. Interesting. Well, that looks like a masculine ring. Maybe that's an engagement and that's a marriage ring. I'm not sure. But there's 3 rings here. And a rose. 1, 2, 3 roses. Victory. Okay. Moving on. We've got the stag horns. Oh, but once again representing the divine masculine. So we have the suprite representing the hematite, the feminine. Now we have the masculine. So definitely seeing balance. The feminine is balancing her masculine and feminine, her shadow and her light, you know, etc. Track down your fears and desires. And immediately I noticed this. Look at this. In the union energy, he has the tattoo is I think it's called the Triskel. Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's that Celtic symbol, and he's got it on his arms. He's got it on his head. I used to draw this a lot. I don't know what it meant. I didn't know what it meant at the time. But yeah, look at him. He's got, you know, his bow and arrow here. His arrow, ready to hunt down his fears and hunt down his desires. And, you know, he's got the blue communicating what he's seeing from his third eye. He's got the spiral, that continuous motion of going inward and coming out to an expanded awareness, and going deeper and coming out with an even more expanded awareness, and that continuous movement and flow. And the divine masculine, the horn. So definitely seeing that intuition, the ram, the Aries. So we've got the hunter. And here's the staff. Oh, wow. You will be taken care of in difficult times. So no need to be fear. No need to fear. Like I was talking about the Egyptian process, right? There's no need to fear the process because you're taken care of. Okay, so I love this. Staff represents wisdom. We got the rites of passage, talking about the Egyptian thing, and being anointed is the word I'm hearing. Being anointed with this wisdom. Anointed, somebody's putting a drop of oil on your third eye and anointing you. Almost like a baptism type of thing. So track down all your fearful thoughts and feelings. When you find them, you will find your desires too. And instead of being hunted down by your fears or other feelings you have buried, become the hunter. You're being given the confidence and strength at this time. So use your power to make a difference. You are not here to cower away or live in the shadows. You're here to realize your fullest potential. But this can only occur when you step up and do what needs to be done. When this card arises, there could be an opportunity to face an aspect of your past or bring closure to a situation that has been haunting you. If you are a man, identify as a male. This card represents your masculinity and an opportunity to know yourself more deeply. If you are a female or identify as a female, this card represents your capacity to be strong and powerful and overcome limitations. Yes, I see the willpower. I see the solar plexus chakra over here, and I see the green solar plexus. So healing the heart, having the willpower to overcome, right? The hunter card is based on the Celtic Cernunnos. He is the stag god of the wild and represents both the hunted and the hunter. Similarly, the hunter helps you connect with the energy that is both fearful and fearless. Your fears are only things that are standing between you and what you desire at this time. So you have to come face to face with them, as the hunter does with wild animals, and go beyond them. So, explaining the same thing as the masculine, stepping into your masculine and feminine energy. Be fearful. You know, if it doesn't scare you a little bit, is it worth it? Right? If it doesn't scare you a little bit, is it worth doing? Like, you like that little feeling. Like, you ever go through a haunted house? It's fun. Some people don't like that kind of stuff, though. They don't like to be scared. Anywho. So, this is also eyes on the prize, shooting and aiming at your target. Okay. Staff. Okay, moving on. So we're going to Amazon. Look at this. Oh, wow. Beautiful. So definitely seeing sacral chakra, heart chakra, and third eye and crown. Working on that. Your power centers. But look at all this lavender. So definitely seeing that crown chakra lit up, knowing that you are one with everything and everyone. And lots of orange. So tapping into that feminine sexuality. That fear of sexuality, I'm hearing. That fear of showing too much, fear of what people will think, letting go of that. And Amazon, the Amazon, if you think about the Amazon, it is the lungs of the world. So breath work, I'm seeing breath work, I'm seeing creativity and adventure, communication. I'm hearing the truth will set you free. Beautiful mandala. I just love these mandalas, and it just looks like a portal. If you look at it, almost looks very similar to that one. Look at that. They look very similar. So the masculine and feminine are mirroring each other. They've been mirroring each other in many of these cards. Oopsie daisy. I hate making messes. So I've been hearing the word lavender a lot. Been seeing a lot of lavender. Maybe you've been working with lavender, but I'm seeing lavender. Okay, let's keep going because I gotta finish this up. So 8, and it's the number 8, so that's all about abundance. So masculine, once again, another mirroring. This is the same, almost a very similar card. They're both abundance. Abundance is coming through. And I love this. Feeling tied down or frustrated. So yes, a lot of people might be feeling tied down right now. You can't really do anything. You almost feel like you can't do much. And you know, with a lot of people having to homeschool their children, they're also feeling that frustration. Working from home, teaching your children. It's almost like double the workload that they once had. Right? And I'm seeing and it looks like a horseshoe. If you look at that, which is very, look at that. So 2 horseshoes. So 2 horseshoes. I'm seeing 2 horseshoes here. Amazon. I want to leave it up here. This vibrant mandala carries the voice of freedom of the Amazons. Wherever you are, do not let anyone define or shape who you are except your own heart. Believe in yourself just enough to be authentic and show your true colors. Your freedom, dreams, and potentials are your gift to Earth and humanity as a warrior of light. It is not necessarily about starting a revolution, but most likely about living in harmony with your deepest aspirations. We are all unique pieces of puzzle in a giant picture of life, so let the colors mix and match, even if they sometimes splash. Seeing splashes of color, mixing colors that you didn't think would go together, mixing them together and creating something unique. And so once again, I'm seeing Amazon as the lungs of the earth, right? So the lungs of the earth were on fire. If you guys remember when the Amazon was on fire, so as above, so below. That outer experience is also reflected in humanity, right? Because the COVID is also a lung issue. So it's almost like it's mirroring. Mother Earth is mirroring what's happening. But breath work, I'm also seeing breath work. Okay, moving on. Pardon me. So I love it. Look at that. Look at that shadow. Oh. So, and this looks very similar to this card. See how like the light is shining out and looks similar to that one over there? How it's like the light, you are shining. Honey, you are my shining star. Don't you go away. Okay, so I'm very excited about the shadow card here because this has been coming through a lot. Shadow work, shadow card. And look at that, a younger man. Dealings or relationships with a younger man. So maybe with a younger man. So maybe the shadow aspect is the masculine energy that you're dealing with. So reaction, unfinished business, unexpressed aspects, hidden potential, journey to wholeness. Maybe there is an issue, a healing that is going on from a past relationship that's going on, right? Because we got a lot of heart healing over here. Profound insights and empowerment await your journey into the smoky mirror. More mirror, guys. This house is also about a mirror too, and that was about a mirror, and a lot of mirroring happening. Shadow is simply the unseen faces of the light, your unfinished business, your fears and doubts, the parts of yourself that you normally avoid or hide. So let me stop there. So as you start to awaken your light body, you're able to shine the light on the dark parts of yourself that you hadn't healed. You couldn't see them before because they were in the dark. But now that you're shining brightly, you're able to pinpoint them easier because now you have illuminated the darkness. So you're able to see what needs to be healed, what needs to be worked on. Shadow, the unexpressed, holds the most powerful potential and important tools for transformation. Shadow gifts you with the vision of how your illusions, your beliefs, judgments, images, and limitations are the only things that stand between you and the light. Your shadow will offer you signs for growth in everyday life. When you have a charged reaction to any person, situation, or issue, this is a clear signal that a shadow aspect is asking to be transformed. So they call the word, now it's called triggering. I'm not a fan of the word triggering. I don't know why, but maybe it's another, so the word trigger triggers me. So I like this word instead, a charged reaction. I like that. Anywho, that is a clear signal that the shadow aspect is asking to be transformed. Be direct about sharing what you normally withhold. Fully experience and express your emotions. So be open. Who cares what other people think, right? Be open and share what you want to share. Fully experience and express your emotions. Honor your relationships by your willingness to address shadows with others. Your reward will be deeper intimacy, love, and self-acceptance. Working with shadow is an important part of the journey of self into wholeness. When you personally heal and integrate your own shadow aspects, you also help to heal the larger pattern, the larger whole, the circle of life, this beautiful mandala. Right, guys? Here we go. So, shadow, I love it. And so, the dark and the light side of the moon, I'm seeing. I'm hearing that song, The Dark Side of the Moon. Okay, keep this back over here. Keep it. Here we go. And having to do with a man, a young man. What time is it? Okay. Hey you, reminds me of the 311 song. Ooh, you draw such pictures in my head. Ooh. But immediately, hey you, number 7, I'm seeing speaking your truth, right? I was talking about speaking your truth with the other ones. We got the solar plexus here, their willpower to heal yourself, to your power center, to step into your power. Number 7 is all about spirituality, truth, introspection, meditation. 1 is all about leadership, new beginnings, and 6 is about balancing and nurturing yourself. So maybe it's time to balance and nurture yourself. So 16. Diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. Oh my God, look at that. This has 2 diamonds already in it. Look at that. So a diamond. Maybe a diamond is coming. And I'm seeing a new beginning. So that goes very much with the marriage card. The lilies here represent new beginnings to me. And look at more roses. So how does a diamond form? It goes under extreme, tremendous pressure and heat to become that diamond. So you've had to go through all this rites of passage to become this diamond. One of the most valuable things on earth. One of the toughest substances on earth. Anywho, hey you. We'd like to interrupt this oracle deck with a very important announcement. There is nothing to fear. Every single thing that looks ominous is but an illusion. It has no power. Zip, nada, zilch. It's time to look your fears straight in the eye and call them out as the insignificant posers they really are. Yeah, so it reminds me of the 10 Snake song again. See right through it. See right through it. You see right through those fears, right? Track down your fears and your desires. You see right through it. With the arrow, you just shoot right through it. And it just poof. Because it's an illusion. It's not real. Psst. I'm also hearing, psst. I got a secret. So secrets. Maybe there's secrets that you need to share. Surrender. Oh, look at that. Surrender the past. So once again, this one is very similar to Suprite. We got the red, and we got, because the Cuprite is all about base color red and purple. So definitely seeing, letting go of your fears so you can see with clarity. And it's the number 10. Got 10-10. Look at that. 10-10. Oops, that goes up there. So, new beginning. I'm seeing a new beginning. You are surrendering the past, and you're coming into a new beginning. I almost feel like reading this downwards. Look at that. It's like surrender. I got your back. Surrender. Look at, I'm giving you all this stuff. Just surrender. We are stable. I got your back. So I wasn't going to read any of the numerology cards because they're pretty self-explanatory, but I'm guided to read this one. Because 9 is all about humanitarianism and 1 is all about new beginnings. So maybe a new beginning, a new charity, starting a new charity or a new business venture based on charity. So this card indicates a need to surrender your attachments to a particular situation or preferred outcome because your inability to let go is impeding success. Look at that. Look at that. Let go. Your inability to let go is impeding the success that you want to have. Desperation blocks manifestation. Therefore, the more you struggle to attract your desire, the more you push it away. So yeah, so a lot of people are talking about the twin flame journey, and they want to be with their twin flame. But the more desperate you are, the more you push it away because you're telling the universe you don't have it energetically. So you are already connected in the 5D, like this tree here. By drawing this card, you're being encouraged to detach from the situation and surrender to the outcomes of the divine. And in order to attract what you want, you must give the universe space to deliver your request. This can only be achieved by getting out of the way so that everything can unfold as it should. It isn't your job to make it happen. It is simply your job to allow it to happen. Yes, allow it to happen. When you surrender the outcome to the divine, you let the magic flow. That's how it happens. You cannot force things. If you force things, it's not natural. So you can force a square peg into a round hole by sanding off the square into a circle, right? But that's not natural. It wasn't done in a natural way. It wasn't meant to be in that square wasn't meant to go into that circle hole, right? Okie dokie. That was great. So surrender. And yeah, diamond. Okay, next we've got Yud. Oh, look at that big, beautiful sun. And this looks like an underwater, you know, like those old-timey underwater, what are those called? Those old-timey underwater scuba suits. I forgot what they're called, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Number 10, new beginnings. Here we go. So, Yud. Number 10. Oh my God, unicorn! Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Yes, follow your intuition. I was talking about choice when our third eye and our root chakra are unbalanced, which that came through here, the third eye and the root chakra. It's asking us to trust our intuition, and so the reason that we have a hard time making choices is because we're not trusting the choices. So by healing your root chakra and your third eye, you're allowing that. And the unicorn is that third eye. So look at it's mirroring the masculine again with the horn. Anytime I see the horn, it's the third eye energy, intuitive energy. So we got the staff over here. He's got a lot of horns. Horns are magic. Unicorn, your intuition. Wow. The Yud appears in moments of spiritual or physical darkness. Like Joseph, you've been cast. I'm going to read this when I get back. Hi, everybody. Guess what? This is day 3 of this reading. So I had another interruption, and I could not come back to finish the reading. So here we are, day 3. And as I explained in the first interruption, different day, different energy. Very high vibe energy we had on the first day. So mid energy on the third day, and today I'm feeling a lot of pressure in my head, like migraine style divot in the back of the where the zeal chakra is. So I'm sensing a lot of spirit interaction, a lot of spirit communication happening. Synchronicities abound. Okay, so I'm going to continue with the middle row, the feminine energy, and here we go. So we talked about Yud, and we talked about this looking like a sun. So definitely seeing that solar plexus energy. We had that solar plexus energy here with the ps, hey you. Actually, I want to see the numbers. Here we go. Okay, so secrets. And this was diving deep. This looked like, those old-timey scuba divers, right? And 10 is all about a new beginning, a rebirth. So here we go, and there's only a few, I only selected a few cards that I'm reading from the books because there's valuable information and knowledge for you guys, and for myself as well. I explained to you guys that I don't ever really usually use this deck, but I've been guided to, because I'm seeing a pattern. I'm seeing a history of repeating itself type of situation happening. Okay, so Yud, also known as Yosef or Joseph. So this card is Joseph, Joe, which is very interesting because when I had the interruption yesterday, I was driving around and I saw this big truck and it said Joe with flowers in the center. So definitely seeing with a lot of flower patterns here, right? So the story of Joseph is one of the most dramatic in all of history. Born to Jacob as the first child of his beloved wife Rachel, Joseph is one of the 12 sons who will comprise the 12 tribes of Israel. But Joseph is unlike his brothers, who are the sons of Leah and 2 maidservants. He's clearly the favorite and the spiritual inheritor of the family. He and his younger brother Benjamin, who was born to Rachel just before her death, have always been treated differently than the other 10 boys. OMG, 10. So you guys saw at the beginning of the reading with the songs, we had the song 10 Snake. So when as a teenager, and here's 10 again. When as a teenager, Joseph begins to have dreams of superiority, dreams in which he foresees that his brothers will one day bow down to him. His siblings decide that they've had enough of this dreamer. They throw him into the dark pit and sell him into slavery. Afterward, they take his special multicolored tunic and soak it in his blood as proof that he's been killed. They then return to Jacob and report their brother's death. However, rather than fading into obscurity in the life of slavery, once in Egypt, Joseph is able to use his talents to rise to the top, interpreting dreams and gaining a reputation that will lead him to the Pharaoh's palace to interpret the ruler's inexplicable visions. When Joseph is able to see the hidden message of the Pharaoh's dreams of 7 skinny cows eating 7 fat ones as a sign of 7 years of plenty followed by 7 years of famine, he's promoted to the Pharaoh's second in command and makes his way into the Egyptian leadership at a crucial time in history. When the famine begins, Jacob sends his remaining sons to Egypt to gather provisions, and they come in contact with the brother they'd betrayed so many years ago. Not recognizing Joseph as an adult, his brothers bow down to the man they see as an Egyptian leader. After many months of testing the men and sending them back and forth from Egypt to Canaan, Joseph finally reveals himself as their long-lost brother and sends for his father. After all this time, his original dream has finally come true. He's established himself in such a position of power that his brothers bow down to him and they fear his revenge. But rather than express his anger and pain, Joseph tells them that he's come to realize that everything leading up to this point, their jealousy and their plot against him, his time served as a slave and so forth, was all meant to be, because as a result, he was able to provide food for the family in a time of overwhelming famine. Most of us cannot imagine being as big a person as Joseph was under those circumstances, right? So our anger over past wrongs becomes the dominant force in many people's actions. But Joseph, perhaps because of the amount of time that had passed, or because of his innate sense of the predestined nature of the world, looks at his reunion differently. He does want to make sure his brothers are sorry for their actions, but once he senses their remorse, he seems to let go of his own anger and need for revenge. In this way, Joseph is able to focus on the present instead of the past, willing to move forward with his now reunited family. Joseph's whole life has been one of dreams and their fulfillment. Having been born a dreamer, he's known all along that the images he saw in his mind weren't just figments of his imagination, but signs of things that would actually come about in real life. As a young man, this awareness was looked at as snobbery, but as a mature adult, sobered by the difficult experiences, his gift was appreciated and led to ultimate reunion of his family. The Yud, as the smallest letter in the alphabet, is often thought about as a point. This tiny point lies at the center of our hearts. It's almost like the dot point, pixelated. It's the driving force that takes us from one stage of life to another, the motivation that follows us through every action we perform. Joseph suffered for his essential point, his talent, but with time it became clear to everyone that he was not just a dreamer but a prophet, and that all of his dreams would one day become reality. Yes, okay. Before I continue, and I'm reading all of these. These are my very spiritual decks, and I want to read, because there's very poignant messages in all of them. very important messages. And this is a very important one. This is about forgiveness, letting things go. So over here we had green calcite, letting go of those people that are jealous and this and that. You know, a lot of people believe that you know, to be successful you must have haters and all that stuff, and I don't believe in any of that stuff. It's all about how you see things, and Joseph was seeing things from a higher perspective, that every experiences that he has had, he has needed it in order to be the person that he is. And I always say this to people, you know, that boyfriend that cheated on you back in the day, you needed that experience to teach you a lesson, right? Whether this is a karmic lesson, or whether this is a lesson in trust, or whether this is a lesson, you know, whatever the lesson may be, there is a lesson in everything. And when we see everything as a lesson, it's easier to let go of things. So the Yud appears in moments of spiritual or physical darkness. Like Joseph, you've been cast into a metaphorical pit and must redefine your life. Oh my God, the pit, the rite of passage that I was talking about at the beginning. The rite of passage. Remember, I was talking about the Egyptians and they threw them into the crocodile pit. So look at that synchronicity. You may feel misunderstood, underappreciated, or simply confused. The only way out of this darkness is by recognizing the small point in your soul that leads you forward in life. OMG. Look at that very small point. And then it expands and opens up. The only way out of... Okay, so Joseph teaches the power of believing in yourself. You must always know that your life is full of purpose, and that everything that happens to you occurs for a reason. The key to personal fulfillment lies in recognizing your uniqueness and then learning how to apply your special talents in order to change your world and come to an enlightened understanding of your past, present, and future. Meditate on the power of forgiveness. Strive to be more like how Joseph was in this, who, as a result of forgiving his brothers for their actions, pulls his family together again. So forgiveness. I know a lot of people feel that they could never, I could never forgive my father for what he did to me. I could never forgive my mother. I could never forgive... And they're just holding themselves back and keeping themselves stuck. They're keeping themselves as slaves. You see how the yoke here? And it's very tiring and draining. You know, forgiveness is crucial. Okay, so beautiful. Diving deep. You know, when you dive deep enough, you rise to the surface. You see the sun and the light. Things are different. And I'm also seeing, look at all these, holy cow, look at that, guys. Look at that synchronicity. Look at all these spirals. The same spirals that are on his arm. It's all connected. Look at that. Make sure it's look at that. Crazy. Well, not crazy. Fascinating. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for these synchronicities that remind us how we are all connected. And anywho, 14. So look at that. The masculine also had 14 up here. So here we go. This card in Earth. This card invites you to connect to Lady Gaia, the angel in charge of our planet, as well as to Teia, the elemental master of Earth. I've been getting a lot of elemental energy. And his earth elementals, including goblins and pixies. Invoke Master Rogoski, a master of the 11th ray of mysticism, to help you attune to the wisdom of our glorious planet. Then listen to this heartbeat. To further expand your consciousness, ask the earth dragons to help you connect to Hollow Earth and Lemurian wisdom. Earth loves, nurtures, and welcomes you. So this is a card of joy and celebration. The affirmation is, I thank Lady Gaia for inviting me to be on Earth. So yes, okay guys, I was talking about at the beginning about the star seeds and how a lot of people feel disconnected, like they don't belong here. I don't belong here. I belong in the stars, and I belong... And you were invited here. This is a gift. This is like, you know how many people are standing in line to experience this? As crazy as the world is right now, you know. And what's interesting about this as well, yesterday I posted in my story, I saw this tree, and it looked like a unicorn and a dragon with their third eyes meeting. It was a tree, and with a heart in the center. So that the dragon energy and the unicorn energy coming together, that magical and that fierce energy and that subtle energy is around the elementals.
Today, while running errands, after I was done recording, I found this dragon. It's huge. Here's my hand. That's how huge it is. it was missing the wings. Like I found all the pieces just lying on the road, and it was missing the wings though. I didn't know it needed wings. I just picked up like the pieces that I saw. I'm sure the wings were there somewhere. But it's just very symbolic of wisdom, esoteric knowledge, and burning away all that no longer serves you. And, you know, he's got little nubs there, so growing wings back. Something about wings.
And it's number 5, so that's, once again, new beginnings, building solid foundations for the future, a new earth. So I'm seeing this as a new earth, a free earth. We've got the number 5 here, magical earth. 5 is all about the number of magic, so I'm seeing a lot of magic happening. And look at, here's the unicorn. Holy cow! Oh wow! And the yoke for the horse or the donkey or oh yeah, the horseshoe. Wow. Okay. Moving on. I'm getting excited over here. Just synchronicity is just getting real excited. Okay, and then we're moving on to the last card, or the 2 last cards here. We've got beautiful. Oh, I love this. Wow. Okay, I just, in my story yesterday, I posted a photo and it was of Earth and it was splitting off, and this is kind of like what it looked like the 2 Earths splitting from each other. I'm almost seeing like twins, right? So this is another twin synchronicity. We had a lot of twin synchronicity in the masculine energy, and we have more twin energy here. I'm seeing the left and the right brain coming together. And I'm seeing this one right here as I was talking about the zeal chakra being a little painful and like migraines, a little headache behind the back of the neck or behind like the back of the ear, kind of like just in the back. And so I'm feeling that like energy. And we got the circle. So I'm seeing this as balance. Balancing the left and the right side of the brain, connecting to the pineal gland. I'm also seeing balancing the divine masculine, the divine feminine, coming together. So here, it's almost like they're coming together. Where the earth one was splitting apart, this is them coming together. So I'm seeing them coming together. I've been seeing it coming together. I don't know how many of you guys out there have actually come in contact with your twin. A lot of people think who their twin is actually not their twin. So you might have come across your twin and you just don't even know it just yet. Okay, here we go. Balance. I'm seeing the scales of justice, the scales of balance, the karmic scales of balance. All right, and I love it. Oh, hills. Obstacles to overcome. I love this. So over here we had feeling tired and frustrated, obstacles. So I'm seeing this whole COVID thing as like an obstacle that we're overcoming. Many are seeing it as a negative, but many can also see it as a positive, seeing things with a different perspective, right? And I'm hearing that song by Kate Bush. Be running up that hill, be running up that building with no problems. Look at that sun in the back again. So look at how he's looking up at the sun, and here's the sun again. So we got a lot of sun energy, a lot of solar plexus, a lot of power center. Hills. The hills have eyes. The energy of balance helps you recognize yourself. If you are true to your feelings, if you recognize your own truth, nothing will be able to disturb your balance. Yes, nothing can disturb your balance. If you are in the center of the eye, like nothing can hurt you or harm you, or if you're emotionally balanced and all that. You see everything the way Joseph did. You see there's a purpose for everything. So if somebody's acting like an a-hole to you, you know that there's a purpose behind it. Okay, I'm back. I had to wait for the dog to quit barking. Okay, so balance. Balancing the left to just balance in general. And I'm also maybe seeing like a balance owed, or maybe a balance due to you, but I'm seeing balance. Okay, moving on. And here's that pyramid again. So the Yud was talking about pyramids, and we're talking about pyramids over here. So I'm seeing a lot of Egyptian energy. Remembering your Egyptian time. And everything, time is not linear, so everything is now. So it's not a past life, but a simultaneous almost life. And I'm seeing so a lot of blue and indigo here, third eye chakra, balancing the third eye, but I'm also seeing the heart. So we did get a lot of very similar energy over here, a lot of blue, so I'm seeing communicating from your heart, communicating from your heart. Look at all these, I'm seeing these as little heart chakras. So balancing the heart chakra as well, forgiveness, forgiving your family, forgiving your friends, and letting it go and moving on. Not holding any grudges. Letting go of the grudges. Everybody's on their own journey and they do things, you know. We cannot control that. Okay, moving on to the next one. Love it. Oh, look at this. It looks like it almost looks like a sea critter. So a lot of sea, a lot of ocean energy here. There's that dog again. I'm just gonna let it go, guys. So here we go again with those spirals that I was. Okay, so here we go. It looks like a big portal, a big something. It almost looks like, you know, like a little sperm getting to the ovary. Anyway, but yes, look at all these the same spirals that are in here. So a lot of spiral energy, a lot of swirls. Big purple heart here. So definitely seeing the crown chakra. So the unity energy, a feeling of oneness. You know, seeing things from a higher perspective, realizing that everybody, you know, does things based on their own level of consciousness and awareness. It looks fluffy. Yeah, it just looks underwater. It looks like a sea creature. A sea critter. Anyways, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. Yes. I mean, that's just self-explanatory. I had a near-death experience, and I was shown everything, the life review, all that stuff, and all I remembered really was love, the love for myself and the love for Mother Earth, and you know, the love of a mother and child, and the love of my father, and you know, my family. That was it. That was the big picture. That was it. So beautiful. Okay. Before I move on to the other one, I think I already noted it, but we got 10-10 here. So definitely seeing the rebirth, the spiritual rebirth, the phoenix rising from the ashes, going through a tremendous amount of pain to get here, to balance. You went through a whole lot to become balanced. Maybe I'm seeing a house on a hill. Okay. Here we go, blue lace agate. So this is the union energy. We're moving into the union energy, guys. I'm really excited. Really moving this forward here. And we got relaxation and blue lace agate, calm expression. So look at that. Relaxation, calm expression. Not letting things get to you. Like the dog that was barking, I kind of just like, okay, I'm just going to pause this and wait till he's done barking. Instead of losing my noodle over it. Okay, so let's start with calcite, relaxation. Such a beautiful crystal. And look at that. A bowl of fruit. Maybe relaxing with a bowl of fruit, a smoothie, plenty of material things. So just things are coming to you. So relaxation, and it's related to all this. You can use calcite from pretty much all the chakras. So it strengthens the bones and the skeletal system, brings inner peace and tranquility, calms the mind and balances the heart, facilitates state of deep relaxation and meditation. So it's a great stone to use when you just want to just meditate and just, you know, quiet your mind. And it's great to put around you when you're doing yoga or if you're just sitting outside in nature. You've called upon this wonderful card to remind you to take some time out for yourself. At times, life can get busy and crazy, and it is so easy to get carried away with the intense energies of work, commitments, and all other aspects of life that require your immediate attention. The crystals are reminding you to slow down. Take a deep breath and relax. Relax, relax. Don't do it if you want to go to it. It's an important time for you to listen to this guidance and do something that is going to nurture you through this process. You may currently have too many projects on the go and need to create a little more balance in your life. A little more balance. You are no good to yourself or anyone else. Oh wait. If you have been feeling lack of motivation and energy, this may be a sign to slow down and relax. You are no good to yourself or anyone else if you burn out. You may have been working too hard, be under stress, or had an experience that has left you depleted. Or you may just be in need of refreshing change. Whatever the circumstances, take time to relax. Take a well-earned holiday. turn off the phone, sit under a tree, connect with nature, walk on the beach, spend time with your crystals, read, write, sing, dance, whatever helps you unwind. You deserve to give back to yourself, and it is part of the natural cycle of life. Enjoy the next phase as you create the time for yourself to rest, recuperate, and relax. Relax. Definitely seeing that the migraine stuff, stress, relaxation is imperative. I'm definitely seeing the tree. Once again, tree connections with trees. I always see a connection with trees. I have a strong connection with trees, so I guess they always pop up. It's part of the elementals. So, yeah, calcite. Okay, and then we got blue lace agate. Whenever I think of blue lace agate, it's calm expression, so the throat chakra. It's the number 8, so we got 8 here. Interesting. The feminine had 8 up here. So blue lace agate. It's such a very soft crystal. If you've ever worked with lace agate, it's a very gentle, calm crystal. So it's very interesting that it says calm expression. And so look at that, handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. So you have met a stranger, you guys shook hands. This was very important. This was a very important meeting. So if you haven't already, and it's difficult right now with the handshake stuff, right? Because everybody's afraid to touch each other. Everybody's been told do not connect. And like as I was explaining at the beginning of the reading, that a handshake, a hug, these are all an imperative, and looking each other in the eyes, these are all a form of connection, connecting to another human being. And it's imperative for the spiritual process. It's imperative for humanity. And I saw a post yesterday that said, they're asking people to just look away when another person's coming, to not even look in their direction. They're trying to disconnect us. So don't fall into that. Don't fall into, I'm hearing, the manipulation. So, okay, I love this stone. It says a strong connection to the breath. As we're talking about, look at that, the handshake, breath. A bowl. I'm seeing like smoking a bowl. Smoking a bowl with somebody. In Atlantean times, this stone was worked with as the basis of feminine mental mastery, and was one of the few stones utilized to translate the songs of dolphins and whales. So definitely, I was getting a lot of dolphin energy, underwater sea energy. A lot of dolphin, a lot of whale sounds, a lot of dolphin sounds, meditation with that, so maybe meditating with some whale, some ocean sounds I'm hearing. I that always comes through a lot though. It is a sacred ascended master, sacred to Serapis Bey, Master Vimus, Lord Maitreya, Archangel Mary, and the deities Shu and Brahma. And it's also the stone of mastery, calling forth of the phoenix. So we're seeing the phoenix rising through the ashes, so calling in that phoenix energy. If blue lace agate has come to you today, tread lightly and gently in all matters, for she only comes to those who must take the path of calm, truth-filled, peaceful expression. All matters and courses of action are best approached from truthful space, where the wisdom and logic of air can be blended with the emotions and fluidity of water. Blue lace agate appears only when there is too much fire in expression, or the possibility of it. So yes, too much anger, too much fire. So if your expression is to be angry and call people names and all this stuff, there's too much fire in your expression. So we need to come from a heart-centered space. It is time to take breath and then take action with an open heart. Determining the difference between action and reaction is her playground. You've been asked to look at this within yourself. For one who takes action with love and joy, this stone is an endless as the blue skies where the clouds dance. But for those who would react with fire, she warns of the inevitable, ever-breaking wave of emotion, increasing turbulent the more it is ignored. Increasingly turbulent the more it is ignored. Open your heart and then open your mouth. Blue slate agate tells us the world is ready to hear what you have to say. So coming from a heart space, that came through over here, the feminine, right? I don't think I read any of that right, because the commas they just felt like they were all in the wrong place. It almost felt like a run-on sentence. Anyway, that's just me noting that. So yeah, coming from a place of heart space before you speak, thinking. They say think before you speak. Yes. Is it kind? Is it worthy? Is it going to make the person a better person? Like, I'm seeing so much anger. Even people that are like the peace, love, and light people that think everybody should get along are calling people stupid idiots and this and this and that. And look at these, the COVIDiots and all this stuff, name calling. And, when we're realizing that I am you and you are me, you're really calling yourself those names. There's a part of yourself that just thinks that you're an idiot. I hate to say that just sounds kind of harsh, but it is. And this is why you got to look at everybody as if they were a child, because we're all that divine child. And sometimes a child will say some outlandish shit, but you still love the child unconditionally, right? So it's all about love. And I'm the voice of calm expression. And the animal totem is the fairy penguin. Wow, the fairy penguin. I've never heard of that. And the essential oil is hyssop. And this is, if you want to do a nice Egyptian past life, meditation, stacked in order on the third eye, you can put sunstone, lapis lazuli, and blue lace agate. And that can help you with connecting to those past lives in ancient Egypt. Because I have a feeling a lot of you guys have a lot of Egyptian energy. Okay, so very cool. Handshake. So once again, don't forget that handshake, that meeting. And look, it's the sun and the moon meeting. The clouds and earth meeting, coming together. The celestial heavens and earth coming together. The meeting of the two. This is the twin flame meeting. The handshake. Okay, moving on. The Knight. Oh, love this card. Oh, look at that. So you saw the feminine had the marriage card that had all these roses, and look at, there's that big rose right behind him. And the rose here represents the Holy Grail. And look at, so see the mortar back here? There's another mortar right there. What are the odds that 2 mortars and 1 deck here? That I got both of them. So here's the flower that hasn't bloomed just yet, and here's the one that's fully bloomed. I'm almost seeing that as the masculine and the feminine. One is already fully bloomed, one is opening up, like one's ready to open up. I'm getting that that's the masculine energy. The feminine's open, the masculine's opening up. And I'm seeing a plus symbol, so adding, and then the sword, breaking things away. He's wearing, he's protected. It says be brave and honest, so calm communication of expression. Right? He's got this gold cloak over his head that represents, to me, the crown consciousness energy of knowing, connection to source. Very cool. Look at, there's the 2 portals again right there. The 2, I see those as chakras. Look at that. Boop 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 boop. Pew pew. Whoa. My pillow fell. Okay. As I was talking about that, my pillow fell off the bed. So the Knight in Shining Opera, Knight in Shining Opera, what? Knight in Shining Armor, opera. What is opera about? I'm seeing it as the Templar Knights, right? They are there to protect the Holy Grail, which is, the feminine, the divine feminine. Yeah, and so we have the calm expression, the be brave and honest, and then we've got here depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you, vulture. And immediately I'm going back to the conspiracy theories. Stepping away from the conspiracy theories and see the truth from your heart center. That's where the truth is. Everything around you is kind of like, if you're focusing on everything around you, you're taking yourself out of your center. So, vultures. And I'm reminded of that song by John Mayer, Vultures. Down to the wire, I wanted water, but I walked through the fire. If this is what it takes to take me even higher, then I'll come through like I do when the world keeps testing me, testing me, testing me. That's talking about what's going on right now. This vulture song, so I'm gonna write that song down. That needs to, I'm gonna put it in the description with the rest of the songs, because it's kind of like what's happening around us. This is it's all one big test. And how are you repeating history, Or are you learning and evolving? Not everybody's out to get you. When our third eye is overactive, this is why I was seeing third eye needing balance. When the third eye is overactive, it is very paranoid. So do the right thing, even if it isn't the easiest option. Stand for what you know to be right and true. Yeah, and turning the other cheek when somebody's trying to fight with you, it's hard to do, right? It's not easy, but that's where your morals lie. Don't let somebody bring that out of you. Don't sink to somebody's level, I'm hearing. The knight is a knight in shining armor, dedicated to the crown that his sword defends. In this sense, he is a protector of the Holy Grail, and therefore of your spiritual growth and expansion. He represents the warrior in you, whether you are male or female. That energy is within you. His sword and armor show he is courageous and strong, but if you look closely, you will see he has a tear running down his face, showing his willingness to be vulnerable and his love for what he protects. Look at that tear. You can't really see it, but the energy of respect is important right now. You are being encouraged to figure out what is important to you and what you stand for. If you are in a space where there's opposition, you're being guided to follow through with integrity, because even if it seems this will slow your progress, your rewards will be much more abundant. You're being surrounded by a light of bravery to help you. This card also brings justice. If you are longing for justice, please know that the universal energies are working to bring everything back into order, and that you don't need to force anything through with your will. If you have made a mistake recently, it's important to take ownership of them so that you can align yourself with improving the situation. If you are feeling the need to defend your spiritual path at this time, back down and let it protect you. Yes, you don't have to explain anything to anyone. I've been getting that. I've been getting like I don't know why I'm saying this story, but I signed up for, like a dating site, and I feel like a lot of these people, it's like if you match, they expect you to like respond to their messages like right away, and it's like, I have things to do. So a lot of these people get mad if I don't respond to them right away, or and this goes with anything, with Instagram, with Facebook, etc. And we have to like learn that people have their own stuff that they're doing, and there's a hierarchy of importance of things that they need to do, and my work is the most important aspect of what I'm doing right now. So unless it's an urgent matter, and I posted something about people with the creation of the internet and immediate technology, we expect people to respond like that. And I usually don't respond right away unless it's an emergency or I see that it's an important question. I will let it sit until I have the energy to respond to somebody. And some people are not patient. They want a response right away. So this is asking you to, and the reason I brought that story up, because I was seeing like the flower and the twin flame energy, and guarding your energy and protecting your energy, and not letting people guilt you into responding. Don't let anybody provoke you into responding. People are going to provoke you, especially online and through this stuff, and they're gonna test you. They're testing you. So don't fail the test, in a sense, right? Don't feed into their bullshit, is what I'm getting. Okay, moving on. Templar Knights. You might be getting a lot of Templar Knight energy as well. A lot of Templar Knight. They are the awakened. They are guarding the hidden secret, sacred knowledge. All right, here we go. Okay, guys, this is amazing. Right. So we're here with 50 Shades of Quartz, like 50 Shades of Gray. This is number 10 again. So we had a lot of 10 up here. We got some 10 up here. So we have another 10 here. So we got 10. Once again, so that's mirroring the feminine energy here of completions of a cycle, spiritual rebirth. But look at all the same patterns are here, the same patterns, the swirlies are here, the same patterns. Where else? Right here. Look at that. The swirly patterns are everywhere. So anyway, 50 Shades of Quartz. I think this is called the Triscal. And it's beautiful. So I'm seeing a lot of, once again, look at the third eye, the crown, and the throat chakra. Balancing of that. Seeing new with new eyes, right? I just love that. And almost once again, it reminds me of a sea critter. A sea critter. A sincere wish will be granted. Look at that, needle and thread. So don't let all this stuff, you know, throw you off of your game. I'm hearing, like, don't let all this other stuff that's happening around you throw you off. So there's a quote that I always say: the fire you survived because the fire inside you burned brighter than the fire around you. So stay in the eye of the storm, stay in your peace zone. Don't let what's happening around you take you out of it. But a sincere wish will be granted. Look at that, needle and thread, like peanut butter and jelly. And there's an eye. The thread's going through the eye. So we have a lot of eyes here, a lot of eyes on you. There's a lot of eyes on you. Did you know that you have within you all the resources to heal yourself and others? The Triskelion, I don't know how to pronounce that, is a Celtic symbol representing the 3 levels of consciousness in the physical, astral, and spiritual worlds. In order to help you bring more balance among them, here's the balance. This mandala carries the calming colors of pink quartz and the healing properties of deep purple labradorite. Oh my God, labradorite has been coming through a lot. I even have it sitting up on the desk right here. Labradorite. And guess what? The little labradorite is a mermaid. So definitely getting a lot of sea energy. You can intentionally work with their energy by visualizing the spirals, activating and initiating powerful energy flow around you. This harmonizing cleansing will release the old, stagnant vibes in order to welcome the fresh inspiration and realization. Yes! And look it's on page 37, and here's page 30, and here's number 37 again, breaking down to 10. So we got 10, 10, 10. So definitely seeing, you know, meditating on mandalas is a very healing practice, and also creating mandalas is very healing. So definitely seeing that. And I'm seeing, like, when I meditate, I don't know about anybody else, but I see kind of like something like this. It's like an oscillating fan that turns. And it just, yeah, so definitely seeing something like that happening. 50 Shades of Quartz. Quartz is all about the crown chakra. It actually works with all the chakras. So does calcite. So balancing of all the chakras. I have chakra videos. If you guys want to look in my playlist, you guys can get some Reiki. Okay, so we're moving up to Amish. I know it looks like I mix things together like an alchemist. Look at, there's the mortar mixing things like the alchemical process. Whoa, the alchemical process. Ooh, loosen it over here, guys. Okay, and look at, it's an 11-11. So you guys remember if you guys watched my last video, I was talking about this this tiki that a friend gifted me, and it had this, like, it looked like a big star or a big sun, and then had the little around it. It looks just like that again. So we got 11-11 here. Here's the portal. Here's the gateway. Walking through that. It's new spiritual rebirth. A wish being granted, right? Letting go. Don't let the vultures get you, because it's a bowl of abundance. I'm seeing this bowl is like a cornucopia. So that goes over here with the needle and thread. So I mix. Emish, actually, it's called Emish. And here, oh, look at that. So look at broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. And this one says a sincere wish will be granted. So what I'm seeing is, you think that it's not going to be granted. You think that this wish is too far-fetched or too far out to be granted, but it's not. It's going to come true. Because here it is, a sincere wish will be granted, because it is a sincere wish. And that sincerity from the heart is what's going to create this. It's like 11-11 wish. Look at that, 11-11. And you know, you make a wish at 11-11. So, anywho, so this is all number 1. This is number 1. So unity. This is all about unity. So I'm seeing unity. I'm seeing twin flame unity. I'm actually missing a card here. Oh, here it is. Okay, so source of life, divine nurturance and support, primordial mother, undivided primordial waters. So here's the water again, primal trust and nourishment. So trusting that the wish will be granted, because you know that it's a sincere wish. Superfluous wishes will probably not be granted, but heartfelt, heart-centered ones will. So, and the flower is a burgundy carnation and a deep red rose. So here's the rose. I always talk about the rose being the twin flame connection. Whenever, you know, That's you see roses when a twin flame is sending you a message, like letting you know, hey, I got you. So the shadow wisdom is issues of deep primal trust and survival, feeling unsupported by divine nurturance and unworthy to receive. That goes perfectly with that. This is how you're feeling, but this is not the truth. So the shadow transformation is trust in the large pattern to provide what you need. Be open to receive. Communicate your feelings, desires, and dreams. Yes, with a calm expression over here. So communicate your wishes and your desires. And the affirmation is, I trust unconditionally the source of divine nurturance. The entire universe is made up of love. Give and receive. If you're not fully receiving the gifts offered by the universe, you can short-circuit your connection with the natural spirals of growth. Give freely and unconditionally without attachment to how your gift is received. Dip into the deep well of self and fill your cup with sweet waters. Offer this gift unconditionally. Trust in the situation at hand. Primal trust means making choices moment by moment. So somebody posted something the other day and it said, me asking for a sign, the universe giving me 10 signs in a row, and then asking for another just for confirmation. That's not trusting the universe. So I always tell people, when that happens, balance your root chakra and your heart and your third eye chakra. Mainly the root, because the root is responsible for trusting. So making decisions, and then the third eye is all about trusting what you're seeing, making the decision. So they go hand in hand, the red and the purple or the indigo. Okay? And in the shadow of Imix are feelings of unworthiness to receive, or feelings of discomfort when others give to you. Feelings of unworthiness can stem from many places, but the truth is that you are intrinsically worthy to receive, just because you are you. Love just is. And because love is neither given nor taken, but rather discovered and allowed, you are a natural part of the circulation of its energy. If you have chosen Imish, you or someone in your life may be overly attached to being a caretaker, a cosmic mama, or a self-sacrificing source of support and nurturance for others. I call them the spiritual martyrs, right? The person in the family that just they want to be the martyr, and they want to take care of everybody at the expense of their own health and happiness. So look at how you may have abandoned your own needs and feelings for another. Don't expect others to intuitively know your feelings. You are responsible for communicating them. Yes, the calm expression over here. So this is all about just trusting. And there was another thing. It was talking about spirals. I actually want to go to the actual meaning of this. There's a huge interpretation back here. I think I want to go to that for this. Just because I have a feeling a lot of you out there might be in this situation where you don't trust the universe, You don't believe in the wishes that you wish for. You feel like they're unattainable. And that energy of distrust is telling the universe that you don't really believe you should have it. So you deserve the world, guys. Primal trust means making choices with no guarantees, knowing that the divine nurturance will provide what is needed for your journey. It means making choices moment by moment, implicitly trusting your innate steering mechanism of heart knowing, trusting it. So just, I do that a lot sometimes when I'm out of balance. I will go over and over about making decisions or even purchases. I'll have stuff in my cart and I'll go over and over. Do I really need it? I don't know. Should I get it? Just little simple things like that. It can be as simple as something like that. So, and this is a primordial cauldron of mystery, spiraling vortex. A meditation for Imix is primordial cauldron of mystery, spiraling vortex. Quicken me, stir me in a primal trust of your love. Look at, there's the stirring, and there's the spirals, and there's the stirring, and there's the spirals. You are the alchemical process being stirred. And Imish, it's Imish, I keep saying Imix. Imish represents the direct connection of this pattern on Earth with other realities. The universe is an inseparable whole. Imish represents the energy matrix lines that look like a web in the universe, through which all points are connected in time and space. The energetic web of communication is known as the crystal grid network. It is the cauldron of creation, a potent field in which all things are not only possible, but constantly being created. Within this grid, the linear causality of time and space has been freed into an open system in which all time and space exist and interact simultaneously. This is exactly what I was just talking about with the Egyptian stuff. Everything is happening now. It's about tapping into that energy of that particular life that you're trying to tap into, right? So this grid connects the larger holograms of reality with our own. Its energy lines connect all places, times, and events, even those that are seemingly unrelated. All phenomena and all actions are part of the larger whole. It is the very foundation for telepathy and synchronicity. Imish embodies unity, in which all things are one within the source. The number of Imish is 1. Imish represents the individual primal waters, the primal sound of creation. 1 represents the chalice of the infinite, ever-existing, indivisible essence. The color for Imish is burgundy, the color of the blood of life. Burgundy represents the love, trust, and nurturance found in the engendering soil of the earth. An ancient chant and meditation for this color is, the blood of the ancients that runs through our veins, times pass, but the circle of life remains. If you wish to explore or access this powerful energy further, visualize the color burgundy. Beautiful. Wait, what am I doing over here? I don't know why I put that up there, guys. I got your back. Maybe that's what that's telling you guys, because this is all about trusting the higher sources. And we got 11111, the 1111 gateway, the portal, the new beginning, the spiritual awakening. So I'm seeing a mass awakening happening. People are waking up to the corruption and all the things surrounding them, whereas before they kept a blind eye. But so we're going to move to I Got Your Back, and it's interesting that it flows right to that, right? I got your back. This is the universe saying, I got your back. Trust that your sincere wish will be granted. Don't keep saying to yourself, oh, my wish is not going to be granted. It's not based in reality, blah, blah, blah. Don't think like that. I'm going to just turn this card over, right? And a sincere wish will be granted. The universe says, I got your back. Number 6 is all about the lovers. 2, building a solid foundation for the future. So I'm seeing this as twin flames, again, coming together to build a solid foundation for the future. Teaching others. I'm seeing patience. So you've been patient. Up here, the masculine is very patient. A lot of patience came through with the masculine energy. And here it is again, a little bit more patience. Oh my God, 50-50, guys. Okay. I'm just going to say it now before I forget. 50-50. 50 shades of quartz and 50. So half and half. I'm seeing balance. I'm seeing union. You guys are coming together, not just in the 5D. This is 3D. This is like 3D, and this is not a delusion. This is real. But listen to your intuition and your gut and your everything in unison, right? Don't have an overactive, third eye. I got your back. Leg. Stepping into a new experience. Look at that. I got your back and your leg. Stepping into a new experience. Look at that leg. It's a nice leg. This leg of the journey, right? Now we're going into a new leg of the journey that goes very well with IMIX, stepping into a new portal, stepping into a new gateway, stepping into a new experience, a new role. So I got your back. And look at more swirlies, guys. Look at the swirlies up here, and look at all these swirlies. Look at that. It's like art. Swirlies art. It reminds me of Brandon Boyd's art. If you guys know who Brandon Boyd is, he's a musician, but he's also an artist. Amazing artwork. But a lot of swirlies like that. Very cool. Very cool. Anywho. You can spit in the face of fear, flip off those who bar the door, shake your fist to any dare say no, because you, sweet thing, are divinely protected by the Dude Most High, always and forever, amen. Divinely protected by the Dude Most High, by your knight in shining armor, by the source. You are protected. You can say no to people. You can say no to the vultures that are trying to drain your energy, and when you're at your lowest point and they want to take from you. Knight. I love this. 6 is all about balance as well, and it's about family. So don't let family, forgiveness. Wow. Stepping into a new experience. Leg. You got a sassy leg. You got a sassy leg like that? This reminds me of the leg from A Christmas Story. Fragile. All right, guys, and then now, so that's number 6, and we got timeout. Once again, what are we in right now? We are in a big collective timeout.
Like this dragon without wings, we are grounded.
I'm seeing the third eye chakra and the crown chakra here, and the solar plexus chakra. So, very cool. And I wasn't going to read 37, but this timeout is allowing you to be creative, and it's allowing you to meditate more, be more introspective, be more spiritual. That's what I'm seeing here with the number 3 and the number 7. Communication, creativity, joy. 7 is spirituality, truth, introspection. So communicating your truth as well. Maybe this is your time to communicate your truth. This card indicates a need to take a time out from your busy schedule and hustle. Oh my God, that's what's exactly happened here with the relaxation and hustle and bustle of life. Perhaps you've been working too hard or have a lot going on. Maybe you've been tired, irritable, and anxious, or just generally feeling unwell. If you've been under stress of any kind, or have been spending time in negative or toxic environment, you must remove yourself from the situation to heal and recharge. This is the perfect time to take a vacation. Even a day or two away will revitalize and recharge your soul. You don't necessarily need to leave your home. You could laze around the house and unplug your computer and phone. Having an energy healing massage or a facial, wish we could do that right now. Soaking in a hot bath, taking a walk in nature, watching a movie, reading a book are perfect ways to unwind, center yourself, and feel a sense of renewal. So if you're feeling confused, overwhelmed, uncertain, or confused, that's been the theme here for this union energy. The answers will present themselves during your quiet time. So meditation, yes, over here. Clarity comes from silence, and order follows peace. So step away from the stress and find your inner sanctuary. Yes, this has been talking about going inward. A lot of seeing the spiral to me always represents going inward and coming out with a new perspective, and going in and coming out. And so, I'm seeing a little vacation, a little mini vacation. Let's take a little mini vacation, guys. Where are we going? Where do we want to go? Let me know in the comments where you guys want to go. Okay, so here we go. We're moving on to Shin. It looks like a crown. So this one talked about protecting the crown, the knight. Protecting the crown. I'm getting a lot of chess references, like the game of chess. I don't know if you've been playing chess, learning to play chess, want to learn to play chess, or have just been seeing chess symbology. I literally posted a whole synchronicity about it. And after I posted it, I got another chess synchronicity. So it's like, whoa, the message is clear. The queen protects the king. The queen is the most important piece in the game. The queen can go any direction she chooses. The queen is in the bees is also the most important in the hive. Without the queen, the bees die. So the queen is very important, and I think we give so much praise to the king. We forget that the queen also needs praising, and she's equal. I don't see a hierarchy. The queen and the king are equal. The queen is the portal. The queen is the portal through which new life comes through. And I'm seeing the flame, the twin flame. Here it is again. So a flame, twin flame. The number 21. So number 3. The Holy Trinity. Communication, right? So I was talking about number 3 over here. Communication. Creativity. Shin. Hear. So hearing. Oh my God, look at it's the gong. An exciting event. The gong. So I was talking about needing a little time out, maybe an adventure of sorts, so an exciting event, the gong. Hearing the gong. Whoa, this is a long one, but I want to read all of these because these are very important. But immediately I'm seeing the flame, so definitely seeing the twin flame energy, the fire, through the fire. So I'm seeing a lot of fires happening. And look at more spirals, guys. Look at, I guess they all have the spirals, but not all of them. No, only these 2. This one doesn't have spirals. This one has leaves and flowers. So the single line, Shema Yisrael Adonai, I don't know how to say that. Eloheinu Adonai Echad is considered the cornerstone of Jewish faith. The first prayer taught to young children and the last prayer recited on one's deathbed. In its simplicity and brevity, this line captures the ultimate lessons of life. God is one, we are one, everything is oneness. Oh my God, this is the oneness card. Whoa! I don't know about you. You guys might not be excited about it, but I am. Wow. I feel like I need to take a deep breath. God is one, we are one, everything is oneness. Described throughout the ages as the ultimate meditation tool and declaration of faith, the Shema, as it is known, is one of the most important sentences in the world. And it's on page 121. Before the Jews finally enter the land of Israel after 40 years of wandering in the desert, Moses recaps their experiences since the Exodus. He recounts the revelation of Mount Sinai and the giving of 10 commandments, and then proceeds to explain those commandments in preparation for living in the world where they will be relevant. In the midst of this, he utters the Shema, followed by the instructions. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with your soul and with all your resources. And I'm going to stop there, and to me that God is me, God is you, we are all God. Love yourself. You shall love yourself with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your resources. What we learn from this, and Earth, Mother Earth, I see her as a God as well. Love Mother Earth, you know. What we learn from this is the faith is not just a matter of belief, but a totality. To believe is to feel it on every level, emotional, spiritual, practical, and even physical. The Shema is inscribed in the scrolls kept inside mezuzahs, traditional ornaments affixed to the doorposts of homes. In order to really say the Shema, you have to be convinced of it on every level. In fact, if you look at the Hebrew text as it is written on the Torah scroll, you'll see that the last letters of both the first word and the last word of the sentence, ayin and dalet, are written twice as big as the other letters in the line. When you put the ayin of Shema and the dalet of Echad together, you get the word aid, which means witness. Oh my God, I saw witness up here. A court witness. Don't bear false witness, I saw up here. Only if you are truly a witness to something can you fully comprehend it. Oh my God! I said that in my last reading. I said that I try to only talk about things that I've experienced myself because that I have a full understanding of it because I've experienced it. Anything else, I give resources, I read, you know, if I haven't experienced it. Wow, that's a great synchronicity for me, and probably for you guys as well. And to truly hear what this prayer is about, you must witness its power for yourself. The shin is the first letter of the words shalom, peace, and shalom, complete or whole. So to feel like a complete person, it is to be at peace with oneself, to feel the wholeness of the universe, the single life force that propels all of us and the world around us, is to also find peace, to hear the lessons of the universe explained. Traditionally, this prayer is said sitting down with one's eyes closed and the right hand covering them. Each word should be said slowly and focused, one at a time. Doing this blind meditation teaches us to slow down. Oh, that is a lesson I need. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I talk really fast since I was a little girl. Doing this blind meditation teaches us to slow down, to minimize, to block out all outside interference, and to recognize that everything comes down to the single original source of energy and light. Yes, in other words, despite our diverse backgrounds, we all come from the same place. When we truly recognize that unity is the goal of all life, that reconnecting with our origins is essential, we will have achieved wholeness. The shin is the beacon of peace and wholeness. By focusing on this Shema meditation, you can truly connect with the oneness that is central to Kabbalah. Hear the lesson and make the statement true for yourself. Realize that in the end, we all come from the same source. Close your eyes and focus on the light of creation. Know that you are part of that light. We all are. You can find peace when you truly accept this principle and witness it for yourself. OMG, when I had my awakening, that was it. I was tapped into the source, the Akasha records of all things. It's like I was in the center and I was seeing all dimensions of time and space of my existence, the crucial ones that I wanted to tap into. It was just, and then I was realizing that I was everybody and everybody was me, and it was just a very profound experience. And I was dating somebody at the time who was very skeptical of all this stuff, so it kind of like, it was difficult to share my experience because, you know, I sounded like a crazy woman. But now I'm not afraid anymore to share my experience and to share it with you guys. Because I know that a lot of you guys have experienced it as well, or are going to experience it, or are currently in the process of experiencing it. So this is like a way of saying you are not alone. We're in this together. We had a lot of unity energy up here, and here it is again. So unity consciousness. Okay. And I love that the gong sounding, right? The sound of a gong, and this was the placeholder for that, which is all about hearing. So hearing that sound of the gong, and it's primordial. This was primordial as well. So they all are going together, and I'm really I can't explain what I'm feeling right now. A deep understanding, a deep peace. I almost want to cry because I don't know. I'm just feeling these emotions. And anywho, let's keep going. Let's keep it going. This is not. I'm not sad tears. Happy tears. I'm in a state of joy. Would be the word. Archangel retreats. Oh my God. Okay, guys. This was all talking about going on a vacation, going on an adventure, going on a retreat. Here's the retreat. One of the most effective ways to accelerate your ascension is to visit Archangel's retreats during your sleep. It helps to know where the retreat is, but it is not essential. During the day, think and talk about the Archangel whom you wish to visit. Breathe in his energy to prepare you for your journey. When you are ready, ask to be taken to his retreat. Your Archangel will enfold you and help you with whatever you most need. Your guidance is to receive for yourself and ask for the light to help you serve the world. The affirmation before bed is, I visit Archangel so-and-so in my sleep tonight. Archangel whoever. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raziel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel whoever, whichever Archangel. Metatron, Melchizedek, whoever. And I love that it's 50-50. We're in this thing together, guys. We are two parts of a whole. Love that. Archangel retreat. So definitely seeing maybe a spiritual retreat. Definitely seeing like a spiritual retreat. Ayurvedic. Ayahuascic. Sound bath. Because I saw the gong here. So like a sound bath. Like a sound bath retreat. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, here we go. And we're to the end, guys. I know it's taken a while. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for being here with me. But we're closing it out with something beautiful. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at that. Whoa. Look at that, guys. I hope you guys can see that. Look at that. Look at that. Wishes coming true all over here. This is all about passion. Look at that. I hope you can see it. Look at that. Wow. And it looks like this one as well. Look at this. A lot of circles here. Oh my God. A lot of mandala energy. A lot of circle energy. This is beautiful. It looks like a star explosion of a star. And look at that green around it. So the heart chakra explosion. It's almost like it's almost fully open. Look at, see how it's like do. Like we're almost there. It's like being passionate. 12. So there's 12 here. 21, 12. Seeing the mirroring happening. I'm seeing the number 33. Enlightenment happening. Ooh, I'm so excited right now, guys. Passion. Oh, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. A nest egg. So, yeah, maybe you didn't have an emotionally loving family as a child, and so that's important to you now as an adult to have that. No mind games, no ego trips, none of that. No jealousy. Like, you just want this pure, like, loving energy and this pure, loving family. But I'm also seeing it as a nest egg, so saving up for something. And I'm seeing the cosmic egg, which is the enlightenment. To me, whenever I see the cosmic egg, it's the enlightenment. It's 0 point. It is 0. Look at all the zeros. 0, 0, 0. It's 0 point. Look at even here with this one. Look at even 2 of them over here. Oh gosh, I'm just so excited right now, guys. I don't know what's going on. I'm just emotional. I'm very emotional right now. So we got our last card here, which is passion, and I literally just took it off the page. I was so excited to see the egg, and this is the last card in the Mayan deck. I mean, in the sacred geometry check. So it's the most enlightened. Know that you are able to create anything you want. You determine what your future looks like. You can turn your dream into reality when you create it out of passion, without fear, and most of all from the heart. The energy of passion will help you reach your passion. The energy of passion will help you reach your passion and realize that you are capable of anything if it is done with passion. Oh my God. So passion is in here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Passion. What are you passionate about? I'm passionate about this. Love it. Oh my goodness. And look at that. Such a beautiful piece. It's like a wheel of fortune. So passion, what are you passionate about? That's what you should be doing during this, take a nice little retreat. If you can't figure out what your passion is, I'd say do some meditation and let that be the question. Let that be the question that you ask, what am I passionate about? What would I do if I didn't even get paid for it? Right? What would I still be doing because I was passionate about it, because I loved it? And and so you're going to be blown away, because look at the last card. Look at that beautiful hibiscus. Looks like a hibiscus or, a lotus. It's a beautiful flower, but if you guys recall, there was a lot of the hibiscus coming through over here with the masculine energy. And look at, they're 2 in 1. If you look at them, it's like they're one body with 2 heads. 2 heads are better than 1. So I have been seeing the union in all this whole section right here. Here it is again. And there's the dove. I keep thinking of Prince, Purple Rain, When Doves Cry. And I'm seeing all these peacock feathers, so the third eye, I see through you. That 10 Snake song from the beginning, See Right Through You, I'm not seeing it as like I'm seeing through you because you're lying. I'm seeing it as I'm seeing through your eyes, like telepathy and like remote viewing. Like I can see what you have been doing. That's been happening to me lately. I don't know if it's foresight or if it's the telepathy, but I've been seeing things that and then they appear in my reality. It's been really trippy, but I'm very grateful for the experience. So if I'm doing this, you guys are going to be experiencing this, or you guys already are experiencing this, the foresight. I think I saw, was it in the last reading or in this reading? I saw somebody painting dogs. I think it might have been this one, because here's the dog here. Painting a dog. But then I saw the painting of a dog that somebody I follow posted. It was just like, whoa, that was just crazy. Anyway, and here we go. Twin flames, your passion ignites. Here it is. You guys are both being passionate about what you do. Nesting. Maybe some of you are thinking of having children. When you nest and you're making the house look nice and stuff. Or maybe you want to have children. Anywho. The peacock, I always see the peacock as something very joyful, communicating expression, right? Opening your peacock feathers, that's what the peacock does when they're trying to attract a mate. They show their talents, they show their peacock feathers, and they show the world, and that brings in their partner. So you're showing yourself to the world. That's going to bring in your soul family, that's going to bring in your soulmates and the people that are meant to be on your path, this new experience, right? And so yeah, passion, look at that. Your passion ignites, and passion. So definitely seeing the twin flame passion igniting, because look at, we have the fire here. So the igniting of the passion. All you got to do is let go of these, these vultures. Let go of the anxiety of the wishes not coming true, because your wish will be granted. You need to see things truthfully, with truth and clarity. So your third eye needs to be balanced, so you see truth and not delusion, right? Really think about it. And also when we're awakening, I think I've mentioned this before in my third eye readings, in my third eye Reiki, I talk about how as we awaken, we are awake, right? So we can recognize somebody from our former life, or a past life, right? We recognize them, and they are not awake yet, so they don't recognize us, and that could be quite frustrating for a lot of people, because you know you have a connection with that person, but then you can't really say anything to them because they'll probably think you're a crazy person. But at this is a point in time where we don't need to care what other people think about our experience. We don't need to care what others think. It is our journey. It is not theirs. We are not living for another person. We're living for our experience. If we went throughout our whole lives living for others and doing things for, to make them happy, to make them feel comfortable, then we would never get to experience our own happiness, right? So communicate. If you think that maybe your message will not be well received, you'll never know until you communicate, right? And it's okay if your message isn't well received. You know that you did. You know you expressed yourself. And then you don't ever have that feeling of regret. So it's about living with no regrets. And yeah, and passions igniting. Look at that, guys. I'm just so blown away by that. This two heads are better than one, guys. When the soulmates and the twin flames and partners, divine partners of high vibrational partners come together, it doesn't even have to be twin flames. It could be two high vibrational people coming together to create something. So partnerships, two high vibrational people coming together to create something that is amazing, that is going to help people, that is going to heal people, that is going to inspire people. We got the unicorn energy. Look at that. Unicorn, diamond, leg. So many amazing synchronicities in this reading. I'm so very grateful. I appreciate all of you guys. Bring that pencil. I don't know why I'm bringing the pencil out. Right? Sketches. Oh yeah. Jeff Buckley, the number 3. Everybody here wants you. Sketches for my sweetheart. So I'm seeing sketches. Oh, that's why the dog thing came through for me. Because I was seeing like sketching, like a painting of dogs. Okay, so here we are, guys. Thank you all so much for being patient with me. This is a long one. So it'll be probably a little while before I do another twin flame energy reading, but thank you all so much for being here. Remember, look at good luck, family wishes coming true. We have 3 different cards that say wishes will be granted. 4 different cards. So have faith. Have faith. I can't have the experience for you. I saw a quote that said that. I cannot have the experience for you. You have to experience it for yourself. I can share with you my experience, but really, all these experiences you have to experience for yourself. So thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. Namaste, everybody.